back. We're live. Everything is working this time. Sound had worked correctly because I figured out what the fuck was wrong with my system. And here we are. So, yeah. Welcome.
Thank
back
God.
with Vaesen. Back with no stupid... Well, stupidity is still going to be a part of everything we do. But no one-shot that's stupid tonight.
Now, correction. The one shot wasn't stupid. The one shot was great. We were stupid.
That's what I meant. Yeah, it was a great game, actually. Yeah, it was a very good game.
Back to Vaesen, where stupidity will be punished severely.
Yay! Oh, I'm so excited to be back.
Yes, welcome back, Sarah.
Yeah, that's right. Sarah's here.
Yep, I had my little mental health break.
24 months, Doc Void. Thank you, man. 2 years. That's two whole years.
Damn, homie. Thank y'all.
Take this off.
It's fabulous.
All right, folks. Christian, it's time to recap.
Yes. So, first, Amber, have you seen my Black Phillip shirt?
Oh my God! It's an old school like Disney Black Phillip.
He looks like Horace Collar.
He says "Live deliciously" on the bottom. It's beautiful.
Fantastic.
So, to recap, and it's been quite a while, so Christian's old memory is going to kick in here and see if I can remember everything, which I'm pretty sure I can. We were in the lovely English countryside, investigating in, I can't remember the town's name, so you got to help me out with that. Brancombe. And Brancombe had a problem with the legend of Old Mog. And unfortunately, Old Mog came back. She was like a winter hag and started freezing shit in town. We got to figure out what was happening at the end. We got everybody into the church. Troy's character, Ronaldo, and his trusty dog managed to off screen, because Troy is being Troy, managed to talk to the police chief and the prisoner boy, and on the way back to town found the little girl's body, and managed to get there just as like a horrible winter storm hit, and everybody kind of gathered in the church. We were going crazy trying to find like a sacred club, because Saint Buren had used a club to like beat the hag, and so we were looking for something sacred. We couldn't find anything, so we blessed like the cross and a bunch of other stuff just in time, because Old Mog was a coming. She came and she literally... Everybody else got off pretty easily, but Rosalie got her shit rocked by her and almost died.
Riley also got a decent ass.
Riley got, yeah, that's true. Riley got his ass kicked pretty hard too. Nora
Rosalie
managed,
way more though.
Yeah, Rosalie got curb stomped hard, but Nora,
I think literally at one point,
skirt. Yes, she did. She managed to skirt around and avoid most damage. But at the end of the day,
I don't think Nora got hurt at all.
No, she didn't. We were able to, with the help of Father Ambrose.
Nope.
Hold on. I got it.
Reverend.
No, I don't think it was Reverend.
It's Edgar Longby.
Yes. Father Reverend Edgar Longby.
He had Longby.
Oh.
Yeah, he had blessed a shotgun, and we managed to like finally get rid of Old Mog. She turned back to a stone after just pumping her full of sacred blessed lead, as is always the way of getting rid of anything that's giving you a problem in your life. You just bless a shotgun and fucking shoot it. So we won, basically, but at what cost? And Rosalie had her throat torn open and is now like talks like this. She talks like the cougar at the end of the bar at closing time, and we took her train home.
It's giving Roz from Monsters Inc.
Yeah, she's just like, darling, this is how I talk now. Wheeze.
That's not going to kill your throat by the end of every night.
Well, hopefully I heal now.
Burger is savagely attacking my door.
Right, Burger! That's not cool.
Yo, talking about Burger, there is a new emo. There's a couple new emotes. The most important one is Max dropped in chat earlier. There's a Burger emote now. We have both stream chats as emotes. Yeah. So there's a Burger. So we have 3 free emotes for followers, including our Detective 20, the Vibe Check button, and Descara Thanks. And then for subscribers, we have our little GG button, Winnie, and Burger.
This is the one room she's not allowed in, unfortunately. Soon I will be back to my other room where I can play with Burger.
Burger. I was taking a minute to tell Chad about the all-important burger emote, in which she is judging us very harshly.
Embrace the burger emote. Love the burger emote.
I'm sure the creature will appear. I know my creature is ready.
The next thing we have to work on, actually, Sarah, soon, probably, because not soon, but soon for when we return to the world of Glorantha, is we need like an Ort one. We need a pet. We need the Gloranthan pets.
Hell yeah, we can get that shit done.
Yeah.
We just need to pull them from Catherine's.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Like fucking Nightclaw's just gonna be like floating in midair.
I love it. Nightclaw's my favorite thing of that picture.
The Nightclaw one's gonna be the best because that face
speaking
is
of
so
which,
good.
drop the link to our Redbubble, Sarah, because if you want your own awesome RuneQuest artwork from Catherine Durin or a very attractive DMs After Dark shirt, you can buy it on our Redbubble right there.
There's so much condensed attractiveness in this.
Look at
piece of art.
I have Miss Arissa as a little sticker. She's beautiful. Get my raggedy ass queen with her dragon orb.
Hell yes.
Or if you want to be like that one guy in Australia.
All the throw pillows.
Yes.
Except for Kymreese.
Except buy a pillow of everyone except
someone buy a Kymreese pillow to help even the
No, you know,
in all honesty, do you want a Kymreese pillow? Like, for real? Like,
I think Kymreese wasn't
do you want to wake up and see that thing?
I think he would have bought Kymreese if it was up there. Like, I tried to look at the throw pillows and I didn't see Kymreese up there.
I did.
Really?
If you click on the picture and then it comes down everything you can get on it.
Yeah.
Pretty much the only thing you can't get on Burger's going crazy. This is so stark. Funny.
This is the room that she's not allowed in. So
oh my god. Girlies, they have the full art on their shirt, looks great, and they wore it to their RuneQuest season 0. Fuck yeah!
Nice.
Session 0.
Amazing.
That's so cool.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
so glad.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome.
Our little nerds are on merch. We did it.
Oh my gosh.
Little / big nerds.
Yeah. You know, pretty
Our
split
small
down the
and
middle.
tall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Arissa is smack dab in the middle at 5'8".
Tall to me.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, we had the 2 tallies, the 2 shorties, and Arissa. It's great.
She went to the other door and started scratching the shit out of it.
Nice.
Queen.
Clever. Look at that clever girl.
She's like I will not be denied.
I'm like, we're months away from the door handle.
Clever girl. Clever girl.
I'd respect the shit out of that.
I cannot get my camera where I like it. I just okay. Pretty good summary, Kristen.
Thank you.
Our investigators
honor the
survived some of them
as always.
With more margin than others. The encounter with Old Wog, the ancient hag, was banished once again to her stone form, and the villagers of Brancombe were hard at work discussing what should be done with the stone. Everybody sort of agreed that it was a bear. It was a bear, and with the new body being torn up while they're
maybe it's not safer to be in the woods with a bear?
It's certainly safer to be in the woods with the bear than Old Mog.
Truth.
So the villagers agreed, along with the investigators, that the story they're going to tell the officials is that it was a bear that was savaging the villagers of the countryside. With the most recent attack, young Emily having been killed and savaged in the same way that Miss Daisy had been, while their prime suspect, Billy, was imprisoned. It was impossible for the inspector to hang on to him at that point. The evidence was irrefutable. The doctor in Annonsbury had been saying that it was a large animal like a bear or some sort of wild cat since the beginning of this, and those elements combined together secured Billy's release. He was returned to his very grateful and relieved family, and the investigators stayed for the Feast of St. Baron, which was more somber than the usual springtime festivities, but nonetheless was an opportunity for the community to begin to pull together again and heal. With the forever gratitude of Edgar Longby for saving his village and all of the people he had come to love there, the investigators departed back for London. Some carrying various scars, some more visible than others, with them as a reminder. Various scars and a piece of a thorn bush.
Yeah, I think Rosalie had frostbitten hands and torn neck, basically, in addition to other things. Yeah. I got wrecked.
Yeah. You've returned to London, and in the next coming few weeks, lick your injuries. Can't pull a Henry's pillow for it.
That's not for you, Emery. Don't worry.
Okay, I was like, well, there's something about a Chimere's pillow in the chat popping up. Over the next several weeks, the investigators are able to lick their injuries, return to their lives, jobs, and businesses within London. And the Rose House remains relatively empty as Oswald and Lorelei are still away. At this time, it's quite a trip to Sweden, not to mention all of the investigating that will need to occur there. They have sent correspondence just confirming that they had arrived and met up with Bjorn. But that's sort of the last news that you have heard of them in their mission overseas. Cecilia had stayed behind in London during this previous investigation, which is good because the Dowager Edna has taken ill in the days and weeks that the others had departed, and has required a little extra assistance. She sent away many of her servants from her estate, and has been appreciating Cecilia's assistance with her sort of daily tasks in the time being, as Cecilia is the only member of the society who is in London right now. Everybody else is off investigating different things. So during this time, she's not like on the verge of death or anything, but she is older, and it's some sort of cold or flu or something, and it's just been kind of kicking her ass, like you've been stopping by, bringing her soup, helping her change, get bathed when she needs to. She doesn't seem like she's about to drop dead or anything, but it's taking up quite a bit of your time in the next 2-3 weeks or so until everybody sort of settles back in and starts recovering. So Vaesen, there are sort of two parts of play. One part is the investigation. The other part is the castle building minigame, along with the threats feature. Normally you do that at the end of each mystery. I like to do it at the beginning of the preceding mystery because I think it's a good sort of break / leeway into the next one. So we're going to do that now. Castle building minigame. We are playing the Mythic Britain and Ireland book in Vaesen, which Rose House is not quite designed the way Castle Gillincrutz is, which is the original Vaesen, the Nordic one. So Castle Gillincrutz is like this old, dilapidated castle with all these secret passages and stuff. So as the characters play and they gain development points to develop their stronghold, they discover or rebuild new parts of the castle. Rose House is like a couple story kind of row house in the middle of London that doesn't work as well for discovering whole new rooms in this very finite space. So we are still going to use the castle building minigame because I think it's really cool and it is fun to display and stuff. We're just going to hand wave why didn't we use the infirmary 3 sessions ago when so-and-so is bleeding to death? And we'll just be like, because don't look at the man behind the curtain. And that's why. So we're just gonna do that. All right. Characters earn development points to build up their stronghold, basically. At the end of the mysteries, I ask you another set of questions that are different than the personal questions that you gain for personal XP. And this is to get development points, which are spent by group consensus to upgrade your stronghold. I'm going to begin by asking questions. We have to think back about stuff that happened in the previous adventure, those of us who were there. First question is, did you play at least one scene at the headquarters?
Yes.
That is yes.
Yep.
Did you encounter a new type of Vaesen?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you visit a place of magic?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we did. Yeah, I would say the Stonehenge area.
I would agree
yeah.
with that.
Yeah, and the cave. Yeah.
Were you subjected to magic?
Rosalie was.
Yes, I would agree with that as well. I think enough of you encountered the hag's sort of curses and whatnot to count. Did you bring occult books or other important items back to the headquarters?
We brought a stick.
The stick, I will tell you, is unimportant.
No.
Did you make important contacts?
Yes.
I mean, we befriended the parish. He wasn't a friend of ours technically before, yeah.
Is he important?
Yes. Because I want a point. He's important.
I will throw that point to you because this is a shorter game.
We also
in a longer, more sprawling campaign style game, I would argue that the reverend of a very tiny podunk parish is relatively unimportant in this scheme of things. But I want you to get enough stuff to be able to actually build the castle a little bit. So.
Yeah, and we also met the doctor and some of the official people in the city.
Also podunk small.
Okay, all right.
Important.
If this were a longer game, I would definitely argue for Edgar being, because he was an acquaintance of Arthur.
He's also somewhat of a historian
too.
Damn it.
Oz.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That makes the same mistake all the time.
The guy also legit stood up and fought the Vaesen. He's a guy who could be yo, bring that sacred shotgun.
I would argue that a priest with a shotgun is an important contact for people who fight Vaesen. Accept this argument within the scope of this game. Was the mystery particularly difficult and epic?
I think the showdown was. I think the showdown was pretty epic.
It's kind of big, and she snowstormed. I think it was big and epic.
I mean, I feel that way because I almost died. So my character almost died. So I would argue for that.
Also brought a winter storm outside of through the town and
I will also throw this. This is a mercy point yet again.
What is the scale of epic though?
I was gonna say remember when you fought the Kraken? The Kraken, there's only one. That was epic.
Only one old mog.
There are many hags of old.
Yes,
though.
But only one old mog.
I'm gonna throw that to you because.
I mean, she just seemed particularly scary. I thought.
Did you solve the mystery?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, I have you at 5, 6, 7 development points.
Hell yeah!
I guess Billy's alive, so yes.
You figured out more or less what happened. The last bits being a little bit about Daisy. I told you at the end.
Yeah, I was
more or less figured out what happened.
I don't really know what happened.
Okay. The other thing that happens is after development points are had, people can then build upgrades in their stronghold. The more upgrades that you build, the greater your risk of rolling a threat is. A threat is something that happens in or around your base of operations that is a complication. It's very much like the entanglement function in Blades in the Dark. The more stuff that you do, the more notice that you draw in your home from the outside things. This could be people from the past coming knocking, some sort of Vaesen coming knocking, journalists getting nosy, a cop sniffing around, things like that. I am not going to roll for it. I'm just going to make it happen this time because I also want to showcase threats. Normally in a longer style game, a threat will not occur between every session. The more that people build and do, the more likely a threat is to occur, but it doesn't happen every time. Okay, that said, so you do not have to worry about incurring a greater likelihood of threats by building stuff, so feel free to build away. On page 89 of the core rulebook, everybody, if you will turn your attention to it, there is a list of upgrades. Upgrades come in 3 types. They are facilities, contacts, and personnel. Due to the different nature of Rose House from Castle Gillincrud's, obviously some of the personnel will be different. Namely Alcott Fisk. You already have a keeper of the Rose House. You cannot hire another one. Ellis Hawkins is very, very proficient. So take a look. A lot of the resources cost 5 or under. A few of them cost a little more, like 6. Pay attention to the prerequisites. This is another thing that rewards diverse groups, so groups that play a lot of different archetypes. A lot of the prerequisites are having a member of a certain archetype in your party.
So we have 7, correct?
You have 7 points with which to spend.
Okay. I mean, the one that I think is cool is Seance Parlor because I'm an occultist, or Rosalie is an occultist rather. But that costs 5. That would be almost all of our points. So I don't. What are you guys thinking?
I really like the botanical garden, which we need like a prerequisite for, but I like the garden.
No, I was also looking at the botanical garden, but the seances parlor is also super cool and does fit directly with Rosalie.
Where's the seance garden?
It's on page
seance
90.
parlor is 90.
Yeah.
It's under the pigeon loft, which goddamn, I love the idea of a pigeon loft.
Oh,
I should just do that. We could just be like, send the pigeon.
Fucking love pigeons.
Can we make it a raven loft like the ravens in the Tower of London?
Chip sandwich.
Yeah, it probably would be a raven loft.
And just have a raven. Yeah, a chip sandwich.
Chip sandwich. Yeah.
He just left one campaign to another.
Yeah, that's all he did.
And we'll kill him in this one.
Seance parlor sounds scary, guys.
Gilry's in chat asks,
that's my
can
thing.
you add a murder hole? There is a dungeon, Gilry's. So, you know.
Say, close. With a little flair, it could be a murder hole.
I think there is a torture chamber. Or is that a different game?
I just saw.
I think that's Mutant.
There's self-flagellation tools. There's self-flagellation tools.
Yeah,
which can easily be used to flagellate someone else.
That's the kind of torture that brings you closer to God.
I think I was also thinking of Blades in the Dark.
You're right.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of cool stuff in here. You can get a chapel, cellar vault.
Yeah, a murder of workshop.
You can get contacts like a banker, a fixer, a journalist, a chef.
Enough to get a banker. I'll tell you that much.
Christian, there's a forgotten gallery.
Let me see. What page is that?
It requires an occult library.
Yeah, this is nothing we can get now.
Yeah, so we have to get the occult library first, right?
The occult library could be interesting.
The occult library also has a prerequisite, but I will waive that one in particular because people have
an occult book from a mystery. Yeah.
Yeah. Plenty of occult books have been brought back to Rose House over the ages.
Right.
Ooh, I like the occult library because honestly, like, any of us could use that.
It also opens up a lot of other potential rooms. Temple, workshop, archive, gallery, probably more.
Wow, the infirmary is.
If anyone else is.
The infirmary is also really nice.
Where is that?
It's I think it's on page 89.
Okay, yep, I see it. Makes it possible to push
just because
all physical recovery rolls.
We got our asses beat.
Yes, we did.
Although we did get our asses beat at the end of the arc.
Yeah, you managed to not go. You did all right.
So like we didn't actually.
Your previous ass beatings had all been from pushing yourselves.
So we also do not. I mean, I have resources too. And we don't have a doctor in the group. I'm poor as shit. So
I am also poor.
Yeah.
Where's my resources?
Cecilia, are you poor yet or just becoming poor?
2. Yep.
She's at resources 3. She's like stable enough because she had that one good book.
One big check, yeah.
But it ain't gonna last for long until she gets another one.
Yeah.
So she's stable for now.
For now.
Yeah, I like gardener, and I'm fine with the occult library as well.
What do you think, Kent?
I am looking at personnel.
Yeah, that's where gardener would work.
Oh, we could make we could get a banker and just have it be a version of me.
So this
is how you need to invest your money. No, I know, but it would just be like Christian in the game.
Personnel is somebody who you actually hire.
Just a harried financial planner.
Yeah.
Oh, the
But yeah,
gardener's also kind of expensive.
The personnel and for inside.
I have rich taste.
Because I think, did someone say, Jess, did you bring up the house physician?
No, I was looking at the infirmary.
Okay. Well, we need the infirmary for the house physician anyway, yeah. But the house physician automatically treats broken and 2 conditions for all player characters at the headquarters during one scene for a mystery.
That's
He
huge.
won't house physish without an infirmary.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're like, can you come work for us? And he's like, where's my infirmary? We're like,
Where?
behind this wooden wall right here. We haven't built it yet. Sorry.
We could get a stable boy.
Do we have a
We've
stable?
got the stable boy.
Is this like a pool boy, stable boy sort of situation? Or
Yes. Because we don't have horses or a stable.
you just have a room with a lot of hay bales that need to be thrown in hot weather.
So, ironically, we meet the prereq for stable because of Troy. The prereq is resources or vagabond.
It's true. We do have a vagabond.
I would think there would already be a stable here, but I don't know what the book has.
Yeah.
There is a little carriage house. I don't think there are any horses on site right now.
Gotcha.
There's a little place to park the carriage and some actual places to put horses, but you don't got any horses in residence.
Yep. Now, can points? I presume points can be banked until future.
Correct. Anything you don't spend, or you can also choose to not upgrade anything and save for an expensive upgrade, but they don't disappear. Yeah.
So I'm going to just say, like, I would think, not using meta knowledge, but my knowledge of the time period here, like having our own horses isn't going to be that important because the transportation system was pretty good.
That's fair. We're in like a major
we're not
city.
Going to be, if we're in London, we're going to be able to get a cab, and we're going to be able to get a train pretty much anywhere that we need to go.
Close enough that
close enough.
That's true.
So,
that's a good point. No, that's a good point.
How now? Because I'm looking at the infirmary now that Jess has pointed it out. Resources 5.
Yeah, we're poor. We're really
poor.
What
do we? Does it mean like?
That means at least one character in your group must have a resource score of 5.
Oh, no one.
No, that's
correct.
No one,
yeah. Okay, got it.
Just like in America, we don't have enough money for healthcare, and we're just gonna die.
There's a reason that you are tending to the Lady Dowager right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. The author is tending to the lady. Yeah, that tracks.
Hey, we can get a contact for the police constable.
No.
Oh god damn it! That
is
means
it you, Riley? Are you a cop?
That means we can't get the gardener for the fucking garden that Jess and I both want.
I know. It's very expensive. Honestly, I think the seance parlor will probably help us the most in a meta-wise, like in this next session. What does the occult library do?
Either one would be good, I think.
Oh, okay. The occult library would also kind of help us. Does this mean this can only be done once a mystery, or is this? It sounds like it's not per player. It's just one time in the mystery ever.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, one player.
So realistically, it's both of them. Both of them are a once a mystery thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I will say this though.
They both kind of do the same thing.
If the seance file lets us do a cool seance scene though, so that could be more fun.
I know. And scary and creepy.
I feel like for RP purposes, the seance parlor could be really fun.
Or creepy and scary.
Both.
Or both.
Or both. Yes, most likely both.
All right. Seance parlor seems like is the vote. Everybody good with seance parlor?
Yeah.
Seance parlor it is. And I believe, what was that, 5?
That is 5.
I think it's 5, yeah.
5, you have 2 left.
I don't think anything costs 2. So.
No.
Not even the stable boy costs 2.
Thought
it costs 3.
At the very beginning that costed 2. The butterfly house costs 2.
Yeah, but the butterfly house needs a bunch of requisites. Yeah. The butterfly house is after like 4 other things.
Trust me. The butterfly house and the carp pond, where I was like,
that was the first thing I was looking at too.
I was like,
the carp pond look cool too. Yeah.
But then we need the garden, and that needs the gardener who costs money that we don't have because we're poor.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, does anyone have resources above 3?
No.
You broke ass bitches. No.
Yeah.
So that is something that I don't know if
Some of you were putting rolls in your pockets after eating at the Rose House, so no.
I don't know if we had gained experience finally for a thing. I don't know if anyone had spent their experience to level up their character.
I have.
I don't remember how that works.
Oh, Sarah, I'm not gonna punish you for taking a break. Go ahead and take what's everybody's like average experience?
So I had 9.
I had 9 too.
Oh, I must have spent it then because I have 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I must
Sarah,
have.
take 9 experience.
What do I do with that, Amber?
So you have little checks on the bottom?
Basically, 5 experience points are used to buy an upgrade. An upgrade can be an increase in a skill
or a talent.
or another talent. Now that you are not first level characters, not just being made characters, all talents are available to you, even talents across classes.
Your resources is also a skill you can increase, meaning that you can go to a 4.
Sell a couple short stories.
Where is the information?
Sell a spicy short story about a Mothman. The money comes in.
It would be her.
1800s tinglers.
Yes.
Y'all, all I gotta say is, if you just want like a good time, go to Chuck Tingle's Tumblr. That man is a goddamn treasure to society.
He is still trolling that Texas library that wouldn't
So
let him
great.
wear his bag.
Yep. So great.
So good.
I have to check out his serious book. Camp Damascus is, I think Camp Damascus, is the one that's out. And then there's Bury Your Gaze is coming out soon. Yeah. I have actually read one Tingler.
Yep, it's everything costs 5 for an upgrade, and an upgrade is either 1 point increase in a skill or a new talent.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to double check.
I spent mine. I got a new talent. I got focused for another talent for the investigator.
Nice.
Being that whenever I investigate, if I have any mental conditions, I don't have to I don't roll minusing those.
Yes, that brings us to the next part of the between session stuff, which is some of you were broken.
Yes.
I think it was only Rosalie.
It was only Rosalie. Someone among you were broken. So, once you're back at the headquarters, that is when we check to see if any of your injuries or insights become permanent. Let me find that. It's in here somewhere. Is it? Injuries, 88. Too far. Lied to me.
All right, I took an additional talent.
Nice.
What did everyone else increase?
I took something that I'm not going to talk about yet.
Fair enough.
You will find out when you find out.
Spooky ooky.
I have
stabbed in the back, aren't I?
No. It's not something that's against you specifically. It's just something that I want to be a surprise. That's all.
I have no idea what I did. But
Now,
I did it.
Are you sure?
Nope.
Do you have eraser marks on your character?
I do, but I don't think I would have done this. It looks like my precision, like my stealth went up 1. But I don't think I would have done that now.
So I have to do, I think it's page 88 is recovery rolls, it looks like, Amber?
My page 88, not. Am I just.
God, I just looked down at my
88 is the
character.
page it told me to go to, and then I went to it, and I was like, why isn't it here? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yep. Cool. I just looked right at it and saw through it. All right. We determined whether defects and insights. You only have a defect right now, correct?
Yeah, I'm wheezing from a torn throat.
Or wear off. This is done with a die roll called recovery. On a failure, your defects automatically become permanent, and your insights wear off before the next mystery. Insights and defects that become permanent can never be removed. If you have gained both physical and mental, you make a separate roll for each. Number of dice for physical target. All right. You have a physical defect, correct?
Correct.
All right. Physical recovery is going to be your physique plus your precision.
Okay. That's pretty good.
That is the number of dice you will roll. For each success, you may heal a defect or make an insight permanent, which you do not have the option of right now.
2, 3, 4, 5.
That's not bad.
I get to roll 7 dice with this. This is pretty good.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds a lot easier than I remember
Whoops,
ever feeling.
I completely lost the die. Hold on. That's like in another state. Hold on a minute.
You automatically die.
7 dice.
And your conditions do not apply right now. So you will only roll it full.
I have exactly 1 success on 7 dice, which is good because I only have 1 condition.
That is enough to remove the 1 condition. So your maimed throat, I believe it was, does not become permanent.
I would still like to have a scar. And I'm going to begin. Yeah, I'm going to begin wearing a black ribbon. A green ribbon is even better around it. Yes. Yes.
Fantastic. All right. That is good. Anybody else need anything looked up? Any help with anything mechanical wise as we are moving on into the session?
I am ready.
All right, folks. I forgot to do this at the very beginning of the stream, so I will do it now before we actually start playing. We are going to play as if I rolled a threat automatically because I want to do a threat. During this threat, which is not quite a mystery, it is shorter than a mystery. I do have a content warning for listeners today. There will be predominantly veiled child abuse, physical child abuse, not of the sexual persuasion, and child trafficking, again, not sexual, but physical. So stay safe, folks. All right. So there's a few weeks of downtime once you return. Some of those weeks for a few of you are spent sort of laid up receiving, the medical care that Mr. Hawkins perhaps can provide, or if you have other folks in your lives that you are leaning on. You're not so severely injured that you require the care of a physician, more just clean bandages and rest and soup.
Soup, absolutely.
And soup.
I do have something that Rosalie would like to do during her recovery.
Absolutely.
Which is I would like to take some time, because physically I can still move around, to do a little bit of research in the library we had talked to Edgar about helping him figure out what to do with the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will let you make I have a skill sheet.
Logic?
Yep. It's going to be logic,
Learning?
which skill?
Learning?
I don't have that, so it's just my logic. Hey, I failed. Okay.
You can always push.
Rex, I don't need to be worse than I am. Anyone who wants to help me is welcome to also try.
How would you help in this situation? Sorry.
I don't know.
Like I can roll. It just Cecilia has no context.
Yes, you all meet up when you return to London. Cecilia and the Dowager are the only full members of the society still in residence, besides Mr. Hawkins, obviously, who is a butler.
Yeah, we don't count the help.
Yeah, it would probably just be researching like tags and how to like permanently kill them, or like how to move their item to not come back, or how to ward or something like that. Just research, general research, probably.
Oh yeah, Cecilia can help be a big fucking nerd. Yeah, so it's...
You may also make a learning test.
So I just want to double check. So I roll dice equal to my logic plus my learning.
Skill. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That is 6d6 for ye old nerd.
Ooh,
Yeah.
smart cookie.
I did not roll a single 6.
Can't find anything on this to help this dude.
I mean,
Rosalie, you're trying really hard to help
hard.
Edgar, but you keep getting distracted by some of the more like lascivious stories and illustrations in some of the books.
And then I'm like, Cecilia, look at this.
And in turn, Rosalie distracts you, Cecilia, with said lascivious stories and drawings. And less gets done than you would like. You do read a couple stories about hags or similar like creatures being turned to stone or other inert material, and there's like one where the villagers drag it out to a swamp and they sink it in a bog.
I'm gonna write him a letter. Actually, honestly, I'm going with that. I'm just gonna write him a letter.
You should sink it in a bog.
Yeah, I'm gonna address it to my own Saint Buren, my dearest Saint Buren, and I'm going to write him that, eat the fucking thing in a bog, basically. Yeah.
Then you draw some boobies.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice.
I will draw at the bottom. You know how like the medieval illuminated manuscripts where they have I will do some of that in the corners, and in the one bottom corner I'll have a very small, very naked pixie, winking at him, and I'll send him that letter.
My favorite illuminated illustration style drawing ever is there's this one online, you guys can look it up. It's a picture of there's a cat, a medieval style drawn cat, and it's stealing a penis. It just has the dick is not bloody or anything, it's just a whole dick, and it's got it in its mouth, and it's running away with it, and there's a woman with a fish in her hands scolding the cat.
Oh my god, I've got it.
You know what that's from? That's a German thing. They used to think, so they thought that cats were transformed devils. They were witches, familiars, and they were stealing dicks from men. It was kind of metaphorically, it was blaming them for ED, basically, is what it was. Right.
The cat's such a grumpy
running
face.
away with
his
the dick.
eyebrows
are I love the medieval cats. The medieval cat faces.
I just put it in chat. Yeah. So if anyone wants to see that link that I just posted from WordPress, it is this picture, and good God, it's perfect.
It's everything. So much is going on, and I love it, and this is high art.
The cat's face looks like a squirrel.
It's but
she's got a dick on her rosary, too. Check it out.
Oh my god, the cross is a penis.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
This is so good.
Okay.
You get distracted by that drawing. You're like, cats steal dicks. This is the education of that.
Oh my god, wait, I found another one. This is totally different.
It was a German thing where they thought cats stole dicks.
It was a whole thing.
That was a thing.
This, I'm sorry, chat, but you're getting another one. This is it's at at the top of a manuscript. This cat is carrying it in his mouth, and he's getting chased by someone with a stick.
It's so good. This is my favorite subgenre of medieval art.
Oh my god. Anyway.
The very well armed rabbits. Yeah,
those are good too.
The rabbits just killing people and attacking people. Hilarious.
This is what you guys come to the stream for, right?
Dicks. Yeah, we've never really varied from our core value of dick jokes.
We started the motto with 6 DMs infinite dick jokes at the start.
We've never pretended to be something that we're not.
Yeah, the only difference now is that we have Kent.
Yes.
And now more Kent.
His shirt literally says it. He's Kent.
Yep.
Exactly, girl. We're just culturing chat. It's fine. We're giving them culture. All right, anyway.
Cecilia, during these interim times, you spend some time with Rosalie doing some research. You still check in on the Dowager. She's past the worst part of the illness, but she still needs help. So your daily routine consists somewhat of stopping by Rose's house, do a little bit of research, pop by, see if the Lady Dowager needs anything. And then you can spend some time in your apartment or the places you go for inspiration, trying to wring something out of your brain that you can write down that will make more money.
Anything functional.
It's getting very warm and muggy and overcast in London now. It is summer. It is hot. It is fucking hot. Summer is in full swing. And you get a letter in the mail one afternoon. the courier comes by, delivers to you your mail, which there is a couple fan letters. You probably still receive 2 or 3 a week. People like your work. It's left an impression, and people are still discovering it the way people discover, somewhat salacious things, as it did a bit of a stir in the society. But the other letter is from your publisher.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's it say?
Brace yourself. Open that up. And it's basically your publisher, sort of in a rambling, roundabout way, sort of says that, your sales have fallen below a certain threshold, and they are going to stop printing your book. It basically explains that the next check will kind of be the balance of your funds in your account, and there will be no more money after that.
Oh, fuckers.
You're reading it and you're like, considering you're still getting fan mail here and there, you're not sure if that is exactly the whole truth and nothing but the truth, but nevertheless, you certainly believe that the next check that you see will be your last. You feel the pinch of the constrained funds tighten around you, but a little bit more as you look at your apartment that you have been paying for, out of closely managing the funds that you have and stretching it as long as you have, as you've been struggling to write something with even half the shine of your just breakout novel, and you're not sure you're ever going to be able to do it again. And that's just sitting heavily on you at this time.
Yeah.
Rosalie.
Oh, no. I have been through enough, dear.
Your landlord, when he saw how fucked up you were, left you alone for about 6 days after you got back, and then started hounding you for money again. You managed to scrape up a little bit here and there to sort of keep him from full on getting police to just lock you out of your apartment studio type thing. But your situation is considerably more dire than Cecilia's. You've been limping by on charm and avoidance and, pocket rolls for some time. And your work is just, it's not getting, it hasn't been getting much traction. You're producing plenty of work, but people are not buying your work. Do you sell your work out of your sort of apartment, or do you have like a off residence place that you try to sell your work to? Or
there's probably like some like smaller, lesser thought of like galleries that she probably shows for. Galleries for people of a certain taste. Probably in more like the kind of like dodgier neighborhoods where like she's got artwork exhibited there. But that also means that those people take a big cut for just exhibiting your work as well. So you even get a smaller, yeah.
Yep. All right. Just one such gallery is having it's having a little bit of a soiree. Your work will be featured at this soiree. It's actually taken a pretty penny out of your very meager funds to make sure that it has a feature during this event. And that is coming up very soon. So if you have friends and folks that you wish to invite to the event,
I will invite Cecilia because we're friendly. And yes! I will also invite Nora, and I suppose I will invite Riley because it would be rude not to. And he's come around. I've come around to him since he stopped me from bleeding to death. So
that's a good reason.
Yeah, because he did, right? I think I remember that correctly.
I don't remember.
Sure, he did something nice for her when she was absolutely wrecked. So
no, yeah, he did. He did render medical care to you and help.
You just stuck your thumb in her torn open throat long enough to keep her from to stop the bleeding.
I believe Riley carried you back to the.
I think he did. Yeah.
The house and got the fire going and put you in front of the fire and stuff.
Yeah.
Because you were freezing to death. Yeah.
Yeah. Nora did medical care.
Nora did the medical care. Riley carried you back and got warmth going.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're the good eggs all around.
All right, so you all get invited by Rosalie with various degrees of enthusiasm to attend this this event that is very important to her. At this gallery. She says it with like a little pause, probably, before. Gallery.
Definitely,
But
definitely
being showcased at a
gallery.
And she's hoping there will be something of an auction. Is Jess gone, or is she typing?
She just said she had to do something for work real quick.
Yeah, I'm back. I just finished.
All right. Is everyone attending?
Yeah. Duh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I now consider Rosalie a friend as well.
Aww.
It only took a vicious hag to bring us together.
Yes, it did.
Nothing bonds people together than life-threatening circumstances.
Trauma bonds.
Having to stitch someone's throat together does make you closer to them.
It truly does.
Oh God, it hurts.
The evening of the gallery arrives. You all arrive at the gallery with your various modes of travel. Some of you may be able to afford a coach. Some of you just hoof it. But the first thing you notice is that this gallery is in a seedier part of town. Let us say it is not quite in the slums, but it's let us say very near the red light district.
Yeah, that's perfect.
It is near the red light district. Like
Basically,
I
picture it as
hit a brothel from
I
here.
picture it close enough. It's close enough to be like, what are you doing? Like that's but far enough away to have plausible deniability.
Yeah, the bars in the area, the taverns have like sort of plausible deniability, but like everybody who's gone there more than once knows that you can find like a lady of the night there should you look hard enough.
It's cut to me and Kent going to the burlesque show during Cthulhu. That's all I can think of now. Off-stream game, anyway.
Yeah,
we had good times.
Because we actually hang out with each other beyond this. Shocker.
We do.
But you arrive at the gallery. Are any of you arriving together or staggered?
I mean, Rosalie would probably be there early because it's her thing. But if someone wanted to go with her early, like she wouldn't ask anyone to. But if someone was like, "Oh," she would certainly not say no to having someone there.
Celia would probably go early because this is an artistic event, and Amber, for reasons, she wants to keep an eye on who's showing up.
Excellent, girl.
Rosalie and Cecilia, I know we share some secrets, but outside of that, we kind of know each other, right?
Yeah, I'd say they're decent enough friends. I don't think Rosalie knows all of Cecilia's stuff.
Yeah, I think likewise, but good enough friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Cecilia, you're a doll. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, no, I wouldn't miss it for anything. Are you kidding?
Oh, I need tonight to go well. I need it to go well.
Do you have anyone special coming?
Oh, no, not like that. I need money. I need it to go well.
Well, yes, I understand that completely.
Yes, yeah, I'm he only lied to my landlord so much. So I might have to kill him. I'm just kidding.
Cecilia, you're starting to relate to that more than you ever hoped you would.
Yeah. She was actually gonna. She goes, I understand that a little too well. Publisher's pulling me.
What?
They're not printing any more copies.
That's ridiculous. But your book is amazing.
They say it's not selling enough, but judging by the regular 1 or 2 fan mails I've been getting a week, I have a feeling that some people that were not very happy about my particular choices got to the publisher's wallets.
Fuckers.
Yeah.
Well, or not fuckers. Is really the problem.
Yeah, you never know, but yeah.
Right.
So I get where you're coming from a little bit now. So
yeah, I might have to move. And I don't live in a nice place to begin with.
Where do you think you're gonna go?
I don't know. Wonder if we can maybe we could stay at the house.
Is there room?
They have
There's
rooms.
Always room.
They have rooms.
Would be worth a try.
We'll ask next time we see the Dowager.
Hopefully when she's feeling
I invited her, but
better.
she probably is not going to come to this. But I politely extended the invitation, but also told her I would understand completely that if she didn't feel up to it or didn't want to be seen in this neighborhood.
The red light district.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
With her gout.
Hey, we can get a stable boy and maybe take her mind off of it, This is the stable boy neighborhood.
The red light district has the best stable boys.
Yes.
I fucking spit on my mic when you said that. Oh, God.
All right. The gallery itself is literally underground. It is entered through a door in the back of a kind of tall, crammed
I love
brick
this.
building.
Is the sort of place Christian would love. Yes.
Yep, the stairs go straight down. They are narrow. They are stone into an old, what was probably not too long ago, like dirt basement, but has sort of been the floors have been paved and there's dark wood paneling on the walls. The air is a miasma of smoke, different smokes, some of them heavily perfumed. There are incense. There's the distinct scent of opium smoke in the air as well. Everything is gaslight. They have no electric lights down here. And the gallery is sort of in this just sprawling kind of basement space. There are little bar tables, standing room only, sort of spread throughout. There is a bartender, kind of sketchy looking bartender. He is a little rough for a place that is kind of toying the line between elegant and decay here. He's got like some tattoos,
chic.
He's got a big scar through like his lips, like he kind of got cut in the face with a knife at some point. But he's got a keg and some wine bottles, and he's putting drinks out to folks who stop by, toss them a few pounds.
Pence. If you toss them a pound, you'd be tipping.
Pounds in this time period?
No, pounds. They had pounds, but you'd be like, that's a serious tip because you probably pence. Yeah, tuppence. Yeah, pence. You'd be doing pence.
Correct. There is a sidebar in the Mythic Britain and Ireland that explains the coinage that I just cannot find right now.
It's pence. I've written enough Call of Cthulhu scenarios set in gaslight. It's pence. Yeah.
Yeah, if you toss me a few pence, there's a beverage there. And the folks here, there's an interesting vibe. There's an interesting sort of decor and air that people are putting on. It's like, it's not cheap stuff, but it's stuff that was expensive and is no longer. People are wearing like very worn velvets with like all the fuzz like rubbed off at the elbows and things. Just kind of finery that has fallen into disrepair, whether it's thrifted or it's just been used for a very long time, or these are folks who once did well and now are ne'er-do-well. Is anyone's guess.
This is Rosalie's exact vibe with her clothing and everything. Yeah, so she fits right in here. So Rosalie is going to bring Cecilia around and introduce her to the people that she does know.
All right, Rosalie, a few folks here, like somebody, they're sort of in the aesthetic, decadent art scene here and there. In the underground places, they are more on the poor side of that scene rather than the noble side here. But
the cooler ones.
Some folks, yeah, exactly. Yeah. The ones who are before the rich got a hold of it.
Right, so I'm just going to be the hipsters. So I'm just going to be like, oh, this is Cecilia Evans. Cecilia, she wrote, you have heard of her wonderful novel, which has a name.
I don't think I ever titled it. I'll figure that out.
Mothman ate my ass, and he was a wonderful lover. And surely you heard of it. And
I'll figure out a title by next game.
Mothman ate my ass in a Denny's parking lot.
No, Denny's parking lots are for fighting.
This
is very true.
Who's to say if it started or ended in a fight? You may have read her work in it. And about one in actually 3 of the people that here has read Cecilia's work. And a few of them are like, oh, darling, I never expected to meet you. This is so wonderful. And a few of them try to pry out. They're like, so-and-so is a woman though, right? Like they're trying to out. They're like, I think they give me their theories. Like, I think that they're a woman because of this and like all these little things. And they're like, they try to get little clues out of you, but you ain't talking. But they take that in the good way. They're trying to deconstruct in a way, like, oh, because of these behaviors that are feminine or this or that, and and then somebody be like, but actually, what about this and this? And they get a little kind of discourse going about it.
She loves
the finer points of like what is and is not gender.
Cecilia is living for it. She encourages the discourse. She throws a couple cents in, and she every time this happens, she gets like really excited.
Yeah, evening's going a little. You're like, wow, we weren't necessarily expecting to run into this down here. One of them buys you a drink.
Oh, thank you.
Nora, Riley, feel free to arrive.
Yes, I definitely don't come early, and I probably don't come right on time, but maybe just a little bit late. Nora will show up. Going back and forth if she would show up in like one of her performance pieces, or
you're gonna put a little stage magic. You got like the white gloves on. You're like,
just like the cape, yeah, the white gloves, the leotard, yeah.
It's not a rabbit.
She might, but she hasn't. This is an underground area, so like, this is kind of where she performs in the underground. So I think she might come in one of her performance pieces. Yeah, claim it's artistic.
All right. You don't stand out as much as you may have been nervous about. Like, you come on in, people give you a little look. A few of them kind of watch you a minute, but it's kind of the watch, like, is she going to do a trick? Sort of like watching rather than like, what is this freak doing here?
Perfect.
I would say that the minute Rosalie sees you, it's just like, oh no, darling, and grabs you and then just like introduces you to all the people she knows already. Like just drags you around and Nora, an extraordinary Eleanor. She was a wonderful musician. I'm sorry, magician. No, you don't want to. Okay, and she's a wonderful person.
Yes. Hi. Hello.
She saved my throat from total annihilation. It was wonderful.
Let's not talk about that.
They're intrigued by that. They're like, tell us more. What was the annihilator in this case? Describe. Like,
painting of it over there.
Inspired by.
Yeah, that's right.
Direct your eyes to the large penis on this canvas.
The one being stolen by a cat.
Yes, I like to think the cat's name is Biscuits. It just seems to fit.
Biscuits, no.
Biscuits, yes.
Biscuits,
you put that dick down.
I don't think I'll remember anybody's name, but hello. This is all of your art, Rosalie?
Darling, you're just for show business, so you're going to do some tricks for the auction. Get everybody in a spending mood.
You definitely should.
I don't want to steal the light from you, Rosalie.
No,
this
please,
is your
Nora.
show.
No, go right ahead. It's fine. I insist.
All right. Sure. Why not? Let's give it a try. I'll go up on stage and I'll try and do. So I've got my little top hat, my little wand, and my gloves.
Is it with you?
No, it is not.
Okay.
Yes. I'm not sure. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but it is not with me.
Just need to know.
No.
All right. The folks sort of like turn their attention toward you. Riley, you're probably arriving about this time. You get down there and there's a little bit less chatter, and you see why most folks are looking at Nora, who's getting on stage nervously about to do something.
So,
and you remember the last time.
So Riley actually arrives incredibly late because he is leaving from Rose House alone and is not quite used to London.
Okay. So you'll probably arrive during the auction itself then.
Yes.
All right.
He has taken a misfortunate waylay through the red light district.
Oh God. Are you a cop? The
misfortunate,
workers,
yes.
The workers there don't actually swarm you like they normally do. They look at you like you're a cop.
You don't belong here.
All right, Nora, give it a.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to Rosalie Bargrove's show. Can we give her a round of applause, please, for all of the wonderful artwork? Yes.
Thank you.
Before the
Rosalie
auction,
hired an artist to drum up her work. Interesting, a magician. Okay.
yes. Before we begin the auction, Rosalie, my dear friend, has asked me to show a bit of a show for you all. I am the extraordinary Eleanor. Perhaps you've seen me before. Perhaps you've heard of me. Maybe not. Hopefully not. And
you just see like one person lean over to another person, and you can't. It's like too far to hear, and the whisper is too low. But something in you just like is like, she says, she's the one who cut the girl in half. You just feel like that. You see the lips move.
Well, and I will,
fine,
I guess.
That's a selling
and the
point
person
here.
she whispers it to looks delighted at that. Yeah. Like, ooh, like excited.
Right. Yes. I don't know what I would need to roll for a magic show, a ordinary magic show.
It is going to be
manipulation.
Yeah, I'll take manipulation or inspiration, probably. Whichever you prefer.
I can see
maybe some stealth for some sleight of hand if you do sleight of hand.
Fair.
Yep,
Fair.
I could see sleight. Yep, depending on the nature of the tricks you are going to perform.
Mm-hmm.
Manipulation. What would be a good art show magic trick? Pulling colors out of my hat?
Just cards.
I said colors. Oh my goodness. Oh, I should probably do some weird stuff for Rosalie's show.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Right? Levitate.
Do some wow. Well, I roll 10 dice for manipulation.
God.
I got no successes.
Wow.
Wow.
How many rerolls do we have left?
Yeah,
use that, Jess. Come
on. You know, that's all right.
So many rerolls.
That's pretty befitting.
How many times are you going to perform?
That's pretty befitting.
You can use it.
We have so many.
We have so many rerolls? How many do we have?
We've had rerolls that we haven't used since RuneQuest, Jess.
We used
quite a few during the Vaesen
when we were fighting the
How many? How many?
I don't know, because people gave us
more, though. We only used the ones that we got during.
Yeah,
we only used the ones that we got during Vaesen.
Okay, so then I'm going to say we still safely have like 10.
It's okay. I'm gonna keep it. I think it's pretty befitting. She's a pretty fallen magician. I'll keep the failed 10 dice up there.
All right.
Wow. Fucking up my auction, Jess.
Sorry, Rosalie.
What sort of tricks are you trying to perform? I'll let you know how bad they go.
Ooh, okay. I mean, I start off pretty simple with just some like colored handkerchiefs and stuff like that off the sleeve, and just like coins, popping up here and there.
What's your the big act? What's
the big finale?
Yeah, what's the finale?
Oh God. Let's see. The big finale that I used to, well, yeah, right. Probably she would do some like the big finale that I imagine her doing now is kind of juggling swords and doing kind of some like minor like cuts that aren't really there, that like kind of disappear. So like fake swords that kind of like she pretends that she's like slicing her arm or slicing her hand and there's like blood splatters, but then they disappear by the end of the show kind of situation. That sort of thing.
All right.
A little bit of like, yeah, body harm for Rosalie's underground show.
All right. So, the performance actually goes well. And the crowd is they like the blood in the sword act. That is their jam. That is their vibe. The thing is you cut yourself for real during one of the moves there, and it's a pretty serious cut. You cut like the inside of your arm, and the blood is really going, so you have to quickly kind of like wrap up the performance, take your bows and stuff, and move off the stage. You are bleeding right now.
And are we saying that I don't pull that off well at all, like that? like people can tell that I messed up?
You are not sure.
Not sure. Okay.
Yep. You quickly ran into like closing the act and hurried off the stage. People are clapping. Some pences and whatnot, get tossed into your hat. People start talking. Some people are watching you.
Rosalie.
More people than you like are watching you. You are bleeding. Your arm is tucked behind your back. What do you do?
Yeah, no, I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, Riley.
I was going to say, can I suggest another roll, a stealth check to hide the fact that she had cut herself?
No.
And potentially on a failure, she splatters some paintings.
And
Or not on a failure.
I mean, that'll probably maybe make it more valuable. Who knows? But
I would argue that they would become more valuable.
I know, right? They'd probably be into that, honestly. Yeah. This crowd.
These freaks.
But Nora wouldn't.
or so in maybe
I have no money to buy my own blood paintings.
Yeah, we can do a stealth check to conceal your injury for now.
Okay, I have 2 6s.
Okay, you've tucked your arm behind your back and you're kind of angling your body. You know how to work angles and how to hide things from people. So you are making your way off the stage, arm concealed. You're going to need to wrap that sooner rather than later, especially because blood is you feel it running down your sleeve. Like it's got a good, it's going at a good kip here. Good clip.
Mixed direction. Look that way.
Yeah, just point to Rosalie. That's all.
Rosalie.
Oh, thank you. So wonderful.
I am going to run off stage and run behind it or run somewhere where I can be alone.
There is a
outside
powder room.
Yes.
There's a powder room here. There's only one bathroom. Ladies and gents must share. Small establishment and all.
Yep.
But you go in there and no one is in there at the moment. You can brace the door and start trying to deal with your arm.
Yes, I'll do
that. At this point, the auctioneer calls everyone to, gather around. They'll be beginning the auction now, ladies and gentlemen. All of the pieces that you see here tonight are available for purchase. To the ladies, gentlemen's, fair folks, all of discerning taste. And the auction begins. They auction off sculptor's work first. Bids are going. These are not fetching ridiculous numbers here at all. You are among other starving artists with misunderstood visions and whatnot. But some of the pieces are selling. Not all of the pieces in the first group sell, though. And then, Rosalie, your pieces are showcased.
I just hold hands with Cecilia and be like, "This is it."
She kind of gives her hand a little pat. Just, you've got this. We'll do great.
Bidding begins on the first piece, sort of lukewarm like it was with the sculptor. Not the numbers, certainly not the numbers that you were hoping for. You do get a couple bids on it. It sells low. You're like, I'm gonna be eating gruel tonight. The person who does purchase it seems quite pleased with the purchase, though. They do like the art. You're just, the broke selling to the broke is all. Rosalie, what's your favorite piece in this collection that is being auctioned tonight?
It's a very personal piece for her because it's related very much to her vaguely and half-remembered episodes. Rosalie paints a lot from just almost automatic painting, not necessarily automatic drawing, but she tries to get very deep on almost like a trance state and just kind of draw what comes to her because it's her way of trying to remember what happened to her. And so this piece is a piece of the Moors. It's the Moors. In the distance, there's a house. Very far in the distance, it's a grand manor, and walking kind of forward, but in shadow is a little girl holding hands with this big Pan figure. While there's they're cast in shadow because there's a storm playing over the house. There's thunder and lightning crashing, so they're backlit, so they're in shadow. And they're walking over the moors. It's a little girl holding Pan's hand, basically, and walking somewhere.
Not to put any pressure on you, but what's the title?
Fuck.
That's it. Just fuck.
Just fuck.
Fuck. Period.
I just pulled that out of my ass. That wasn't enough. All right, let me think.
That was pretty good.
Thank you. Trust. Just trust.
All right. A couple pieces go like the first, sort of lukewarm bidding. Couple don't sell at all. None of them are anything for you to write home about. You're sweating a little bit, and trust comes up. And this one, your heart's pounding for more reasons than one, just also because it is so personal to you, and it'd be kind of a shame to see it go for so little. You'd at some point rather keep it yourself, almost, But the bidding starts on trust. First bid, low ball bullshit bid, like just a couple pences above the minimum there. Couple pences up, somebody upbids. It's quiet. People thinking. The count goes really long before another person places another bid, and then out of nowhere, a woman's voice from the back is like 500, just like
squeezes Cecilia even tighter.
What it was before, just an insane jump. Nobody was aggressively bidding on this thing at all. There's no reason to throw that much money down unless you're trying to make some sort of statement. And her voice is like this kind of like low contralto, and it just carries from the back of the crowd all the way to the front, and everybody's like, fuck. And everybody's heads just fucking rubberneck right around toward the speaker.
Yeah, can we see her?
She is in the kind of dark of the back of the bidding area. The front of the bidding area is more well lit because of the stage and whatnot. So she's sitting in the shadows, but she's very tall. She's a tall woman. Her posture is kind of immaculate. Her back is very straight. She's not using the back of the chair at all. Her shoulders perfectly squared, head high. She has a thin, elegant neck, dark hair, and all you can see is her eyes are dark in the shadows. And there's something about her that is strikingly familiar to you, Cecilia. At first, your heart skips a couple beats. You lose your breath. You get hot, and then you look at her a little longer, and you start to doubt. You're like, maybe that's not her. So you're kind of in this point where you get to the point where you're doubting yourself, and this all happens in a couple seconds. You're like, oh my God, it's her. And then you're like, no, wait, it's not. And then you're like, maybe I just want it to be. And so you're kind of caught in this storm of doubt and hope for a moment. And she's too far back and too shaded to fuck Riley. Everybody else kind of has, they're like, oh, like everybody's like, oh my God. And they start like whispering and whatnot. And she's just sitting back in her chair in the dark, hand raised, and then she lowers it. And it's just fucking crickets. Nobody bids against her. The auctioneer counts down. Sold to the lady in the back. And there's just like murmurs and hushed voices rolling through the crowd.
That's more than I...
That is money to write home about.
I do not have to move, but I might to somewhere better.
The auction continues, but the attention is now somewhat diverted between the pieces and the woman at the back. People are paying attention to her, and you can almost feel the air change. Like it's like starving wolves almost. They're like salivating a little bit. They're like, rich lady is here. Like you can feel all the artists like, oh my God, rich weird lady is here. So all their attention is like pieces, but like 50% on like how I'm going to approach and try to sell myself and my stuff to this lady as soon as this auction is out of my way. The bidding gets even more distracted and lukewarm for the rest of the thing, and she doesn't bid on any other pieces for the rest of the evening. But the auction draws to a close. The auctioneer thanks everybody, lets folks know they can come and pay over here at the corner, pick up their pieces. One of his aides comes and starts moving and packing off art and wrapping portraits and whatnot. And folks start getting up, and you can tell there's about 20 artists in here who are all like, I don't want to be the first person to approach her, but I am going to approach her. And they're all just like sizing each other up, seeing who is going to go after this woman first. And she stands and she starts to walk toward the door. And then everybody's like at once.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Cecilia is in contention with the artist because she needs to know if she's going crazy or if that's who she wants, if that is who it is, or if it's just who she wants it to be. Like, she's gonna look a little stupid for a minute if it's not her, but she's willing to make that risk.
Nobody is moving yet, and she is walking toward the door. She's wearing like a floor-length gown, of far finer material than anything anybody else is here is dressed in.
Cecilia squeezes Rosalie.
Yeah, Rosalie wants to meet her anyway to thank her. So she just looks at you and probably saw you like being weird about this lady, and she's like, right, well, let's go. And just yeah.
There's like 3 young, they got that pale, starving poet look gents who are like just about to walk forward, and you girls are just like whomp, like right in front of them, just boom, out of the way. And you beat them to the woman in the back. Riley, you are here. Having been sidetracked.
Yes. Damn sidetracks.
Excuse me, ma'am,
She turns to face you. And her face is it's strikingly beautiful, but a little bit severe. Like her cheekbones she's got very prominent cheekbones. Her eyes are very large and dark. They have a little bit of a hungry, like sunken look, but they're very sharp and intelligent as well. Very striking, piercing. Cecilia, now that you see her up close, it's not her, but she could be her sister. Like the resemblance is like it's such a deja vu, dead ringer sort of thing. Like, have I been here before? Have I seen you before? Like, your smart brain is like, it's not her. You can tell like the nose is different, like this is different, but like something about it at the same time is like, it's her. You're very confused.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to say thank you, and I hope you enjoy the piece.
Says you're the artist.
Yes.
You have more talent in you here than all that lot put together, girl.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I like to think that we all make art in our own way, and it's all valuable, but thank you. It's a very personal piece to me, so it means a lot to me that it went to someone who clearly will appreciate it.
I have just the spot for it in my collection.
Wonderful.
Seductive, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. But somehow safe at the same time. Why I called it trust.
I'm Catherine Danville.
Rosalie Bargrove.
She takes your hand and she raises it and gives it a little kiss.
Oh. I blush a little.
Miss Bargrove. I host events. You and she looks at you for the first time, kind of directly, Cecilia, and she says, "You and your friend might be interested. I host my own sort of little artist soirees from time to time at my estate. I'd very much like it if you brought a few of your pieces to one of them in the future."
Oh, I would love that. I would love that. And this is, if pardon my manners, this is Cecilia Evans, my friend, and also noted author. You might have read her book.
Don't think I've had the pleasure yet, but do tell me the title.
God damn it!
Mothman ate my whole ass.
Title here.
No, I will get it before next session. I swear to Christ.
And I am terrible at accents, but she has a light Scottish accent.
Okay, cool.
What was her last name? Catherine what now?
Danville.
Danville.
Okay. Yeah, so Cecilia looks at her hand, do a little like half curtsy. Pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
Likewise. My next little evening event is the end of the month, the full moon.
My favorite time.
In the Hampstead neighborhood. At the
Hampstead Heath. Excellent. I think we can make that, don't you, Cecilia?
Absolutely.
I will have some pieces bought. I look forward to it.
I look forward to having you and to having my my other artists in residence make your acquaintance.
Oh, yes, in residence.
She gives you a little smile. Each of you meets your eyes for a few moments and says, "If you would not mind, perhaps slowing up the the pack gathering over there while I make my escape, I would be very grateful.
Certainly. I'll just block the door.
She turns to continue leaving, and you see like the artists are like, oh, trying to like quick step to talk to her for a moment.
I'll just grab Riley to help. I'll like, Riley, Dia, come here. And I'll just start talking to him, but like right in the doorway so like they can't get around. And I'm like, what did you think?
Pardon, excuse me, Riley.
Where were you? Did you get here? Did you get lost?
I was very much thinking like the door opens for her to leave and Riley's like outside the door. He's like right at the end of the night he shows up. So it's like
immediately just like grabbed you.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Rosa's like, Riley, where have you been? And just kind of drags him in and like just talks to him in the doorway long enough for her to escape, and then takes him around and shows him her artwork.
Like, I was like, excuse me, I just need to. I have to. Rosalie's just like, she's like physically steering you into their way.
Just kind of like using it as like a blocker.
That's hilarious. One of the other artists comes up to you, Cecilia, and is like, did you get her name?
I already forgot her last name, Amber. I'm so sorry.
Danville.
Danville.
Lady Danville.
She's like, wow, that sounds like a proper lady's name, doesn't it? She has money.
Yes.
And taste if she's down here.
Clearly.
Be at the next one.
When is the next showing? I'd love to come back.
Oh, there's another one. Beginning of autumn. It's quarterly shows here.
Oh, perfect. I will certainly be sure to make it. We'll have to keep our eye out for her, shall we?
Maybe she'll patron the gallery.
Now that would be quite nice.
A buzz with excitement.
Oh yeah, no. So Cecilia's will talk to people, whatever, but she will not give her first name. I don't know. Give the woman some privacy.
Lady Danville.
Yeah, Cecilia's great at being vague.
True story.
It's a talent.
Quite literally.
Nora, you've managed to clean and wrap up in the bathroom to the best of your ability. Your arm fucking is burning. It hurts. It's pretty deep cut.
Did you miss the whole auction cleaning your arm?
Did I miss the whole auction?
That would be funny. That would be funny.
Up to you. Whatever you prefer. Doesn't make too big of a
I'm fine with it. I'll come back out and I'll have missed Rosalie's section.
It was like you were wrapping your arm and then there was blood all over the bathroom. And you're trying to clean the blood and then you're getting more blood over it. And you're like, oh my God.
Yes.
I had to stop for a moment because you got woozy.
A real life situation. Yes.
Passed out for a little bit. Yeah. I'm like, no.
Oh, I just went to the loo for a quick break.
Is everything all right?
Yes, everything is wonderful.
Okay. Did you eat something again that bothered you?
No, I haven't eaten anything.
Well, I've been telling you to watch out because it's the cheese you put on. It's the heavy cream you put on your scones. That's what's doing it.
Yes. Shouldn't have had those for breakfast.
Use marmalade.
Right. That's why I use marmalade. But I sold a painting.
Your auction already happened?
Yes, you missed the whole thing. But 500 pounds.
500 pounds?
Yes.
Oh.
That's a lot of money, Eleanor.
Oh, that's amazing.
Even with sharing it with the place here, that's still like, I don't know what they take from you, maybe 60%. I don't know. We'll go with that. So that's still like a lot.
That's still a lot of money. Yes.
Rosalie doesn't do math.
Actually, Eleanor does do math. But yeah.
Cecilia.
Do the paintings go for that much normally?
No.
Not here. No.
No, some of the others were on the high end. But what would a high end be like? 20?
10?
Like a kind of priciest painting here that went this night that was
50?
not in the 500 was like 30 pounds.
Yeah. On the high end, things were going for 30, 25.
Holy crap. Which one went for 500?
Trust. It was even my favorite one.
Oh, well, that's good. Well,
I
that's
know.
great. That's great.
I'm glad it went to someone who appreciated it, and we got invited. She has her own art get-togethers. Hopefully more than art. Did you see the way she kissed my hand? But
oh my goodness, there's a lot happening.
But she has
you and Cecilia got invited?
Yes. Full moon.
Oh.
I guess she has a number of artists in residence there. At her manor, her estate.
Are you going to leave us to become a full-time artist, Rosalie?
Oh, no. He's like, fucking maybe.
They pay 500 pounds a piece.
Right. Artist and sugar baby. Yes. Peace out.
Artist and sugar baby.
Well, that is amazing. Congratulations, Rosalie.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your magic show. It really was fantastic. That blood looks so real.
Oh, that's the power of illusion, right?
It's amazing.
And thank you. Thank you. I really practice very hard. I've done that one a million times. And every time it's a little different, even though you practice 100 times.
Are you hungry?
Yes.
Are you hungry, Riley?
Yeah,
I'm not sure we should eat anything here, though, Rosalie.
No. I know a place. Are you hungry, Cecilia?
Sure, I could eat something.
Oh, good. Come on, it's on me.
Don't spend it all in one place.
I will not say no.
It's 3.
You go and you make your arrangements for payment and whatnot with the organizer, the auctioneer.
Yeah.
Miss Danville does not handle her own money. Payment is being sent, obviously. And you start to head out. Riley, on your way out, there's a painting that catches your eye. It's done in very sort of low green hues, with a lot of dark grays and dark browns blended in, and just these highlights of low greens. And it catches your eye because it's a cradle. It's like a hand-crafted cradle, and the view is from overhead, looking into the cradle. And there's a child in the cradle, swaddled in a soft kind of dove gray blanket that has deep, deep shadows in the folds of it. And this child, just a couple months old, is looking up, and there's something so strange about its face. It has all of the right features, the little button nose, the chubby cheeks of a newborn, but its eyes are so wide open, so large and so dark, and they're staring directly at the viewer. And there's something about the perspective in the painting that even though you're looking straight at it across horizontally, you feel like you're looking down into it. And those eyes are dark, 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 glossy, big. And you can see the silhouette of something reflected in the child's eyes. Something that it's looking up at. Maybe it's your own silhouette. And the title of the piece is The Changeling.
On their way out, Riley will pause for a moment at that painting. And he just stops at it and takes the entire painting in, especially the silhouette in the eyes. He gets a little bit closer just so he can look at that to see if it really looks what he looks like what he thinks it is.
The longer you look at the silhouette in the painting's eyes, the more certain you become that it is not human. But what it is, you cannot say.
Do we notice this?
Riley,
he was with you and then he stopped.
Yeah, I don't know if everyone kind of walked
at it with. I mean, Rosalie's an artiste, so she'll look at it with him.
Riley's kind of absorbed into the painting. He doesn't quite notice you or anyone else around him if others had stopped. he's very focused on the eyes of the child in the bassinet in the cradle.
Ah, I've seen this Riley once before.
And after a few moments, he'll kind of like shake, kind of like back into the present, and he wants to kind of move on. But does the piece have the artist's name as well?
It does. The artist is Siobhan McKenna.
Does Rosalie know Siobhan?
Nope. Never
Okay.
seen her work before, never met her. And I will be right back before you move on to your dining adventure. My cat is going berserk for food.
Burger!
Feed the cat intermission.
Oh my god. All right, well, we're talking about one cat. The other one is under my desk being a menace.
Memes
So, witty break. Yep. For those of you that have not seen her in a while, she turned 1 last month.
I was at her birthday party.
So much. I feel like she's gotten fluffier. Like
she has
real fluffy.
She is so fluffy, Jess. It's insane. She's just a big floof ball.
I almost didn't recognize her when you were holding her. I was like, that must be Winnie, but like she looked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, are you my big girl?
Aw.
Look it. They put your face in chat, baby. Look it.
Happy birthday, Winnie.
Okay, you can be free now. She's annoyed at me. Go ahead.
Aw.
I had a cat. I don't think y'all know about my cat. Jess knows about my cat. I had a cat that adopted me, as cats do.
Oh, old cat. Okay.
When I was in an apartment with friends, it was literally an old buddy's grandmother's cat, who she had passed away. She lived on a farm. He was a farm cat, and the daughters and sons were just like stripped of the land because it was rented land, and they were going to leave the cat. So they brought the cat back. They loosed it into our apartment. The cat like left the crate and then just like walked straight into my room, and I was like, motherfucker.
And it said, "That's the bitch."
And yeah, he became my cat for like a few years till he actually passed because he was an old cat. His name was Lucifer.
Oh, that's the cat distribution system at work.
Razfox in chat. Our cat adopted us too. Hopped up in my friend's lap at the shelter and made herself at home.
Aww.
Okay, Ray and Stuff also has a cat. Guys, email us pictures of your cats.
Yes, absolutely.
DMsafterdark@gmail.com. Email us your cats. Very important shit.
Send your familiars.
It's so funny. I'm in a Patreon for like my favorite artist, and she regularly posts, but the only posts that I'll look at are ones of her cats.
Very important shit. Listen.
She like will put out like little stories and like excerpts of like future books or like past books that like she never released, and I've only read her cat ones. Like I've only looked at cat pictures.
Very important cat material.
And cat updates. Yeah.
Riley, you shake yourself free of the portrait spell and join your companions toward the establishment that Rosalie knows.
The 10 Bells Pub.
What pub?
10 Bells.
10 Bells Pub.
It's a real place. It's in Whitechapel.
Oh.
Is Whitechapel? I don't know anything about Whitechapel. Is it
Whitechapel? No. Oh, no. Whitechapel is really bad. Whitechapel's where Jack the Ripper killed most of his victims. It's also close to where Rosalie lives. And the 10 Bells is like the pub.
The pub. Excellent. Yeah. Is it anywhere near the Thames?
Whitechapel's on the Thames. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Perfect. You head to 10 Bells Pub. Is anybody here not used to being in the seedier districts of London? Riley's not used to being in London, so there's that.
I mean, I'm new to it, so I've been around it for the last few months to a year, but it's uncomfortable because it's new to me.
Yep. It's getting later in the night here.
Yeah.
You come walking out of this little gallery with the smell of opium and incense in your hair. Perhaps a couple of you have had a drink or two. Feeling all right. A lot of other people are feeling all right or feeling very not all right on the streets. There are two moods: feeling good, feeling terrible. They're both here on the streets on the way to 10 Bells Pub. Once you get in the pub, that continues.
There.
But Rosalie knows the place. You see several regulars there whom you know. Rosalie, you're among friends, tentative allies.
I would think that Rosalie is probably the most comfortable in this neighborhood, which is pretty bad. Because Cecilia doesn't necessarily live in a bad place, I don't think. Yeah.
She lives in like she's like lower middle class.
Yeah, this is like the last stop.
Honest working neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rosalie lives at like the last stop before you're on the street, basically. So, but not anymore because I'm going to cash that check in and get myself a place. So, but yeah, she knows the place very well. She's like, the fish and chips are wonderful.
Did you say piss and chips?
I said fish and chips.
Okay.
Yes.
just double checking.
No, there's only piss and falafels.
I know.
Yes.
We've had it before.
Fuck.
It's only piss and falafels.
For anyone
All right,
that
get
hasn't
some
seen
greasy
it,
dive bar food. Celebrating. Rosalie, the more relaxed Rosalie gets, the rowdier, crazier things get. It's like normal to her, and the rest of you are like,
It's like down with this crowd. And she's A-okay singing like very bawdy tunes and just like having a grand old time.
A couple people come up and greet Rosalie like, you fucking hoe, and then she's like, hey.
Exactly.
Like, is she about to be fought? And it's like, no, this person likes her. Okay.
Yeah, and she's like, suck a dick, bitch, right back at it. Yeah.
Like, what is
also, it's Boston.
Wow, that's great.
They're just hurling insults at each other, but like, all we get are Boston ones because we're from Rhode Island, but they're like the British version.
I don't
Riley
care
has
for
been
your
in
crumpets. Yeah.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries.
Who let this Frenchman in here?
You scaly tot. But after a little while, Rosalie seeming to know what she's doing, her confidence and at ease helps put you all in a better, more relaxed state. You're able to enjoy your food. Rosalie is not lying. The fish and chips are very good. Wrapped in newspaper.
Nice.
Delicious.
Nice.
But you have some food. Maybe a drink or two if you are so inclined, or no drinks at all if that's how you roll.
Rosalie rolls with the drinks.
Riley as well.
Yeah, Cecilia will have a couple.
Drinks. Is anyone not drinking? Looking at Nora, the only one who could be an adult.
I will. The liquid disappears, but I don't drink. No.
Nice.
She fucking magic tricks booze.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Also, don't say Nora's the only one being an adult when Cecilia is the oldest bitch here at the ancient age of 30.
30. You. Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're 30?
You're the adult.
Yeah, Cecilia is considered middle-aged. She's 30.
She's seen things. On her way to being a thornback.
Yeah, Cecilia is ancient. Unmarried, 30.
God,
childless.
Washed up,
fucking shame.
Riley would like to make a vigilance test to see Nora throwing out booze.
Go for it.
What would that be opposed?
Stealth.
Opposed stealth?
I got 6 dice for this.
What'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get?
I got 1 success.
Aha! I got 0.
Reroll, Jess. Reroll. This is important.
This one is important?
Yes.
No, it's not.
No.
Riley, you notice that she is not drinking the booze. She is getting rid of the booze. You suspect the bucket of peanuts on the table. Not only do you notice Nora, getting rid of the alcohol as opposed to drinking it, you also notice there's a child in the bar that nobody else seems to be paying attention to. She's at the back of the bar, near the door. She's kind of like crouched down near like a stool that's just sort of set against the wall near the door. And she's watching people. She's very, very thin. She's very dirty. She looks to be maybe 11 years old. And everyone's ignoring her. There's like a thin little urchin girl, with just dark, muddy, greasy, tangled hair, crouching by the stool, watching everyone.
Riley starts to kind of berate Nora, just being like, it's like, you don't have to if you don't want to drink it, you don't have to be getting rid of it. Like, don't have to pretend to have a good and then he just like cuts off after for seeing this child, and like you Nora, you could see him like look around you and start looking at this just child in the bar.
Do I see what he sees when I turn?
Yep.
And he's going to get up, and he's going to see what's up with the girl. What's up with the child?
She pays no attention to you as you kind of head in her direction. At that point, couple dudes get up and they're exiting the bar. They're laughing and talking loudly, and the girl kind of stands up, and she like makes a move to like pick a pocket. She like kind of definitely slips a hand in and comes out with nothing and looks dejected. They like move away too quickly, and then she just sort of like looks at her gloved hands for a moment. She's got like little finger tip gloves on. And she doesn't look at you. You like walk right up to her and she doesn't look at you. She just sort of like crouches back by the stool, like looking tired and hungry.
Riley will crouch next to her to get in her line of.
She kind of startles as you start to crouch down, and she like backs up. She doesn't look at your face. She starts sizing you up to like pick your pocket, like very obviously. And she sort of like walks around alongside you and is just like looking for a way to pick your pocket, like not trying to conceal it at all.
Aww. He'll try to like look in her face, like try to get her attention to make sure she actually looks at him.
Catch her gaze, and she startles. She goes, and her eyes kind of widen, like she's surprised that you can see her. And then she darts for the door.
And he'll get up, he'll stand up and try to go after her. But Riley has been drinking at this point, so he will stumble over that stool she's been crouching next to.
Riley eats it.
That's the Irishman.
Wait, thump. You guys see Riley just like
Did we see the girl?
Yes, you all saw
okay.
the girl. And especially from like a distant perspective, super weird interaction. The way she was like looking at him, like you're like fairly certain, as weird as it is, that she does not think that she didn't think that he could see her.
Yeah.
Like, she had no concern that he could see her.
Probably because other people can't. All right.
Okay. Amber, I have a question. So I took the talent Sixth Sense.
Ooh.
So page 55, if you want to take a peek at it. Would I be able to use this to see if she was a not person?
55. Let me take a little peek here.
Impressive.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check right now.
All right. So that's gonna be investigation is logic. So that is it's again 66. Jesus Christ, no successes again.
Reroll.
I am gonna use one of our rerolls because I haven't used one in a while.
This is like actually an important one. Yeah.
Got a bunch of 4s.
Ah.
There we go. 2 6s, 2 successes.
All right. And because it is an investigation test, this skill is used like after an encounter. It's not used during an encounter. So like when the girl like runs out, you kind of walk over to Riley and you're standing in the area that the girl was standing.
Yes, that's fine. I'm not saying she goes after. No, she'll go over, help Riley up, and also kind of do a little peeky peek.
Yep, you're standing where the girl was standing by the stool. You go to help Riley up, and you get the distinct like impression of the sea. You smell like brine in the air, and the little hairs on your arms kind of goose flesh a little, like the chill of a breeze coming off the ocean touches you. Something Vaesen-y has certainly been about, and the impression it gives you is one of the sea. You smell the brine, you feel the damp breeze of it almost.
Interesting.
He's helping Riley up, and she just sees Cecilia like spacing out, and she's like, "That was not something normal, was it?"
Can I have looked and seen maybe where she had headed towards or ran out towards?
Yeah, if you wanted to like look through the window that you were sitting at instead of like running over to Riley, you might be able to catch the girl running.
Yeah, I want to recruit this girl. She'd be perfect for a magic show. What would that be? Vigilance?
They figured out how to read this thing.
While we're figuring this out, C-Stock, thank you for 21 months of subscribing.
Oh my God, thank you, bro.
21
Yeah,
months.
that's
a
awesome.
fuck ton. Thank you.
You can't see my cell phone, but I rolled 4 ones.
Oh my God.
Nora's having a bad night.
You just like look out the window and you're like, which way did you go?
My vision just
and
blurs.
Like you pop a little vein in your eye and it's just like the white of your eye just turns around. You're like, fuck.
What a horrible night. Okay.
Incredible.
A bar fight's just about to happen, and
Nora hasn't been drinking.
Nora hasn't been drinking, but like a bar fight's just about to happen, and like you're looking out the window, and a mug just splashes against the wall right as you're looking out the window, and just alcohol in the face.
You know, I love it, Ken. Alcohol, window, you're splashed in it. Things are getting very rowdy, Rosalie. You're like, now is when we leave. Like, that's just the impression is coming. You're like, yep, good times are about to end. Let's leave while the mood is high. So you get that sense, knowing your favorite tavern here, that this brawl is about to start spilling out. And unless you want to be throwing fisticuffs, it's time to jet.
I'll be like, right, time to leave. And I'll just grab everyone.
Shuffle them out.
Yeah.
You shuffle out of the kind of muggy, smoky, crowded air of the bar into the muggy, less crowded, slightly less hot night air in Whitechapel.
Once we're far enough away from people and walking back to wherever, Cecilia will speak up. She was something different. I couldn't get a direct impression, but I was able to get the sense of the sea. I could feel the breeze, smell the brine, something of the sea about the little one.
We're not too far from the river.
She definitely seemed like she thought I couldn't see her. And when
you all know that normal people cannot see Vaesen. Only people with the sight can, if they do not wish to be seen.
Oh,
that's an ability that like Vaesen pretty much all have.
Yeah.
Gotcha. She looks so hungry.
Was
maybe go?
She appeared human, correct? Though.
Yep, very thin, underfed, dirty. But yes, appeared human.
Maybe she would go to the next pub.
Don't know how far she went.
She probably will be back here tomorrow night. She looks very hungry.
I could potentially try and follow her from the way she acted. She's probably careless enough to leave behind a trail.
Do you think you can? Well, let's find her. Night is young yet.
I get
midnight.
my one question is
It's 1 o'clock.
If we find her, what do we do?
Talk to her?
She looked hungry.
What?
Feed
Rosalie, what did you say?
I said talk to her. What did you think I said?
Torture her.
Torture. Oh, you thought I said torture
You cut
her?
off, you cut off, so I was like...
No, I said talk to her. Talk to her. Yeah.
I don't know what Rosalie's into. Okay?
Don't kink
Not
shame.
first. You don't torture someone the first meeting. You have to establish boundaries and safe words.
Then you torture them.
Right, exactly.
But let's see.
Feed her,
Riley,
yes.
Go ahead and give me a
Probably an investigation, correct?
Yep.
So that is 7 dice for me.
Ooh.
I am going to use one of our rerolls because I got 3 5s.
You got it.
Damn. Did you still not roll any?
I still got 3 5s.
That's okay. That's okay. Riley, you start looking around, and you are you're like looking around and you're fairly savvy when it comes to awareness and where people hide, good hiding spots and stuff. So you start picking you're like dark alley, lots of clutter in it. Kid might head here to hide. Just using basic, what's the most appealing route if you were a frightened child? Start heading down some alleys, looking around. It's okay that you don't make your investigation check because she finds you. You are heading down the alley and walking along, looking over. You stop to peek under some crates that are piled up there,
size, yeah.
and you feel the little prick of a knife in the small of your back when you bend down to look under the crates. She says, "Don't move or I'll stick you." She has an Irish accent, heavy Irish accent. She'd be hard to understand if you weren't actually Irish yourself from Ireland.
Still kind of bent over. He's going to sink down to a knee, be a little bit, but he won't raise up or turn around.
The 3 of you kind of enter the mouth of the alley. You see Riley crouched down. The little girl's got a little knife on him, and she kind of looks at you and she says, "To tell your friends not to move." And I say in the least Irish accent I possibly can. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm not a voice actor.
This does not sound like a Southern American accent, so
It's true, it doesn't sound
you're getting
Southern.
better. Yes.
Yeah, Cecilia will kind of just put her hands up.
Same
let her
thing.
know.
Hands up.
Yeah. Riley will just show his hands and speak. All right, just look at them and it's no one has to move. No one has to. We came looking for you because we all thought it odd that no one could see this clearly hungry orphan girl in such a rowdy bar.
Human folks can't see us. Only the really bad ones can see us, the really cruel ones. So why can you see me?
What do you mean by us?
I'm asking the questions. What are you after?
Well, it's not going to be a question, but it looks to be like you're after some food at the very least. And he'll just kind of look at Rosalie, knowing that she probably has rolls in her pocket.
Which
You're
I
like
will.
crab. You're like clam cakes.
I was like, I
Like
was saving
fish,
this one.
chips.
Yeah, she gets some pocket food. And she's like, I'm going to reach into my pocket, if that's okay with you. My name is Rosalie. What's yours? And then pull out a roll.
Can't have my name.
Fair. I'll just put it down and kind of step away. I understand
really
that.
foolish to be giving folks your name, especially if it's your real one.
Well, I've been accused of worse.
You don't know what things can do with your name.
I wish I could
But
remember.
you should if you can see me.
Well, all of us have had an experience at some point or another. And, well, perhaps we have more in common with you than you think. I myself spent. Go ahead, take it. There's nothing wrong with it. I myself spent some time with you, although I don't remember it as well as I wish I could.
We ain't never met before, missus.
Fair.
And I make a learning.
What you after?
Because Riley has been searching and like gathering information about what he had seen, and obviously starting in Ireland, he would gather probably like little basic knowledge of what
Local Vaesen
are over there, at least.
local legends.
And seeing if you can just dredge up any information, like kind of piece together. I'm basically gonna like see it, like if she is a fae
Ireland's pretty big.
or a fairy.
Oh, it's not. It's not big at all.
It's not that big. I feel like
it's tiny. Ireland is very small.
But like it's still a country. Yeah. Like little counties have their own different little legends and
yeah, but there's only like
stuff.
I think 4 counties in Ireland.
No, there's plenty of counties.
Is there more?
Ireland. Yeah,
I think there's only like 4. It's County Cork. County Cork is the only one I can remember.
That's the only one I know.
But there are other ones too, and I think there are only 3 others. Hold on, I'm going to look that up while you're rolling.
So I got 2 successes.
All right. You know, you've read a lot about the local flora and fauna of the Ireland, so to speak.
There are 32, by the way, 32 counties. I was ridiculously
also,
wrong.
For context, Ireland is smaller in square footage than Minnesota.
Minnesota's big.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. And you don't think that she is fae.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely some kind of Vaesen. You can tell by the way she's behaving, the way she's talking about humans and whatnot. And like this girl is Vaesen, but you don't think she's a fae. Fae are, generally speaking, from the research that you've done there, they're immortal beings, kind of like ageless beings. And this girl feels like a girl. She feels like a child. Like whatever she is, she's actually young.
She has mortal issues like hunger.
Yeah, exactly. So she seems much too real, much too flesh and bone, much too young to be an actual fae or fairy. She's got to be something else.
But judging kind of by the way that she is speaking, she has been at the very least probably in touch with the fae, or very much probably taken by the fae.
Could be. She's definitely, she's not human, or not anymore, at least too.
Riley is going to, with the way that she had spoken about giving things for free and giving her name for free. I'm assuming Riley has at least the knowledge of, it's like, hey, you don't bargain with the fae.
Yeah, you never give your name. So, can I have your name? Like, no, you cannot have my name. You can call me this. Like, that is very much a very fairy thing to do. You actually thinking about that, you're unsure if that's a other Vaesen thing to do. If that's
I mean, that's kind of
things like trolls or
that's what happened with Old Mog though too. There was power in her true name too.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
That is the thing that spreads wider than just the face strictly.
Yes.
Yeah.
But going by her Irish accent and the other clues and whatnot, Riley's just going to ask. Or
you're suspicious of her gloves. That's the other thing you get with this success. She's wearing these little fingerless gloves, but looking at them now that you're closer, the fingers don't extend all the way down to the palm of her hand. There's like material here. It's literally like the top's cut off, but the gloves are almost like webbed. There's material. They're weird looking gloves where they're fitting weirdly.
Okay.
And you remember what Cecilia said about the sea too, and you are extra suspicious about those gloves.
Fish people.
It's all coming back to fish people.
Is her name Beaujolais? No.
Aww.
It's June.
Now, me as a player is trying to rack my
you
head.
You get 2 successes. You got you have read tales about like Irish tales about folks having dalliances with mermaids or with selkies, you know.
Yep.
And their children coming back with like the touch of the sea, webbed feet, large fish-like eyes, gills on their necks, things like that.
Now I know like Riley's particular interest, as you know, is like children being taken by, but he probably also along those lines, it's children coming back, probably unknown children that have been taken, that have been returned.
Oh no.
Yeah, you've read quite a few stories too. Like sometimes human children are taken, swapped with fae children. Sometimes they're just taken. Sometimes 2 human folks will think that is their child, but it is really only one of their children, and the other parent is a fae who got up to some shit with the parent knowing or without the parent knowing, and their child is actually only half human.
Or I'm thinking of any particular also thinking it's just it's like that same line. It's like where it's a child appears and the parents are just like, oh yeah, we had a baby.
Yeah, just adopting a fairy child and thinking yep.
Yeah, we had a kid, right?
This is our kid.
But okay, let me
we only wanted to see if we could help.
We are not the cruel ones.
I mean, most of us.
All humans are cruel.
Not all of them.
I'm gonna let you up and you're gonna go back to your friends at the mouth of the alley. And you're gonna leave that food where it is.
Can I leave some more?
Yeah, is there more we can give her?
She nods.
I'll give her all my pocket rolls. I was saving one for later, but it's okay.
I'll give her my pocket rolls too.
Everybody turns out all these rolls from their pocket. Eleanor just turns out like a pint of beer that was in her pocket.
Yes.
Cecilia, who didn't notice them steal the rolls, is like,
Where'd all these rolls?
where's all this bread coming from?
We were served bread when?
Chance to see it because we're so good at stealing it.
She kind of eyes you for a moment, right? Looks you dead in the eyes and like has a moment of tension, like where she's unsure if you're going to move fast and she's going to have to move faster. And then she pulls the knife back and steps back really quickly to let you up.
Riley will turn to face her again to look her in the eye. That she's probably not used to humans doing that. This is an interesting thing because like right now for Riley, he has had no positive things with the Vaesen.
Interactions with Vaesen have been bad. Not everyone here's interactions with Vaesen have been bad though, or perceived as bad at least.
But he also has like that soft spot for children. And seeing what he seems like a neglected Vaesen child.
Could be a trick
so
though, Riley. Could be a trick. There are lots of Vaesen that will just trick you into following this tiny little girl or the little shiny light into the forest. And then you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
Or worse.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Back you go.
Before Riley gets up, he will tell her that if she needs help, we'd be willing to give assistance with what she needs. Now, again, going with his knowledge of the Fae and whatnot, and like things don't like taking things necessarily for free. He will add like, but if you do come for assistance, I would like to ask you some questions.
Where do you stay? Humans that aren't cruel.
We stay at the Rose house.
So
in case you forgot.
Riley's the only one staying at the Rose house. Or are you staying at the Rose house?
I am not staying at the Rose house.
So yeah,
I am also in a seedy apartment.
Riley is the only one staying at the Rose house, but I don't know if giving the location of Vaesen hunters for the...
That's a good point.
Rosalie will chime in. You can come to I live very close to here, and I'll give her my address.
Right. You're very confident and very foolish.
Well,
I could be looking to rob you.
If that is the truth, and the truth would kill me, then I deserve to die.
Sounds about right.
I also have no money.
She kind of steps forward and quickly snatches up the rolls. She shoves one in her mouth really quick, and then she tucks the other ones in her pocket. Don't you go following me no more. And she runs back down the alley.
How sad.
It was very sad. Poor little girl.
Going back to the getting with everyone, Riley will kind of say what he thinks she is, that being a child of the Vaesen. So not all Vaesen, but not all human either.
I've never heard of a child of a Vaesen.
I have. That's common enough in the legends.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
There are... Riley will kind of... There are a few Vaesen that I'm looking, or have looked for, that they will replace their own children with human children.
Wait. Looked seeking out, not
yes.
cared for.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Have you hunted many Vaesen, Riley?
I've hunted rumors of Vaesen for a very personal reason.
I understand that.
This, and honestly, the painting back at the gallery strikes very close to why I started looking in the first place.
logic check to make the jump that he lost the kid.
I don't even need.
So-
I don't think you need. I don't think you need to make a
clues.
logic check.
Yeah. So even even not like
Did
Riley
you
is
see
going
his
to.
somebody
That
saw
was
the
me.
image in his pocket watch?
That
Okay,
was me.
All right.
That was in the
Yep.
church, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was busy getting choke slammed.
Yep.
Yep.
No, that was before you got
Of
choke slammed.
course.
That
You were
was
busy
yes.
preparing to be choked.
Right.
Yes.
The painting back in the gallery is something was very interested in when I saw it, because I believe a changeling has stolen my baby boy.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
How many years ago was this?
Just a few months, actually.
A few months. How old was the boy in the picture? He was like 4. No, he was a newborn. He was a baby.
I'm like going back and forth on age, because it was
A
at
small
least a
child
toddler.
of indeterminate age.
He was
Gotcha.
small. His age is
Understood.
SMOL.
OL.
Yes.
Yes.
Age
small.
Age
Perfect.
small.
Gotcha. Just a few months.
But yeah, Riley's boy was a toddler when they were switched.
No.
I saw the creature do it,
You saw it.
but I was frozen in fear and couldn't do anything as this creature took my boy and replaced it with its own.
It's horrible. I'm so sorry.
Where is the other boy then?
At that, Riley kind of clams up, and he doesn't want to. He shakes his head and he doesn't want to speak on it anymore.
I don't live very far from here, and I have tea, and I feel it might be a good time for tea.
I could go. I could use a cup.
Follow me. I have some more bread I stole too.
Norris, get some pocket rolls, extra pocket rolls also.
Oh no, I gave all of the ones.
No,
that I had.
Norris got
bread she stole.
beer.
Rosalie
at home.
has stuff at her house.
She's got a stash
Yes.
at home of stolen
Yes.
bread. Yeah.
Bread stash.
Understood.
Yeah.
Boot
Rosalie
beer. It was
lives
going into her shoe.
in like a basically a tenement. And she rents a really it's just like one room. Like it's a studio plus an apartment, like all in one. It's a studio apartment, like for real, because it's also her art studio. So it's pretty messy because it's basically like drawings and stuff are like spread out all over the place. She's also just painted like on the walls. So there's like a big, you walk in and there's just like a big mural of Pan. Like Pan's face is like right fucking there staring at you as you open the door. She's not getting her deposit back. And
Lovely.
She doesn't fucking need it. Yay!
yeah, she doesn't. But she goes in and she's like, all right, come in now. Lights a lamp. She's like, make yourselves at home.
I presume Cecilia's been here before, so she
Yeah.
finds the cushion she likes and props herself on it.
Yeah, this is definitely Nora's first time here.
Rosalie's like, you don't have to mind the mess. I'm just well,
Life with
I'm
an
messy.
artist, that's
I'm a
okay.
messy person. And she like rummages around. She finds a can of tea and she's like scooping it into a pot and she's making some tea.
Starts to rain this evening. It's getting better weather for tea.
Have you gotten any leads, Riley? How far have you gotten?
I've got to London. That's what I got.
What made you think to come here?
That's just kind of where the trail had brought me. It brought me kind of straight to the doors of the Rose House, honestly, which probably is the best boon that I had in the last few months.
What did it look like?
Amber, if you would like to describe said.
I was like, I don't know if Kent would know this, but
it was a very, very thorny creature. You are struck by the severe angles of its limbs, the points of the shoulders, the points of the elbows, the elongated limbs. It looked to be almost more made of like brambles and thorned brush and twigs and limbs than flesh. And its eyes were just 2 points of kind of green light in the tangle of leaves and briars that was its face.
Does that spark any memory for Rosalie?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of too. But for you in particular, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
I'll roll something if you want me to.
Amber is deciding.
I know the wheels are turning.
She is. I'm like,
So I don't know if I had said this, but for my relationship with Rosalie, I believe I brought it up. But I can't. It's been months. It's been a few months. What I put down is I was honing in on her dark secret because I thought it very much related to Riley's situation.
Rosalie, you remember you were found unharmed after you had disappeared. And you always took that to mean that you weren't harmed while disappeared. You wanted to believe that, but as he's describing this creature, you distinctly remember your flesh being torn by thorns. You remember the pain of it now, the heat of your blood running down your legs.
She kind of like touches herself, like on her arms, like, and like kind of like where she would have been grabbed as a child. And kind of sits for a minute. She actually stops. She's making the tea. She actually stops and just sits and kind of like rubs her shoulders, and maybe even like pulls back and like looks at her arm and like there's nothing there, but she's almost like looking for like a scar. And she's like, Riley, oh well, that's seems like it's a night for talking about secrets, but it's not much of a secret. It was in the news. I was taken.
That is actually one of the leads that had brought me to London in the first place. And I believe one of the other boons of bringing arriving at the Rose house only to find you there as well. Now, I know that I have been not the most conspicuous with my thing and have put quite a few of you off of with my demeanor and acts. And I must assure you again that I am no police officer. I am very much a instrument maker by trade and bartender when needed. But
asshole, I thought my father sent you to take me back to an asylum.
Father sent you to an asylum?
Oh, yes.
Your dad. Sorry.
In the heaviness of the atmosphere, Riley kind of he'll chuckle and like lower his head and shake it, and
a comedy of errors.
Yep. I
can see that how that played off with how I have kind of been poking and prodding into.
I'm sorry, you're not an asshole. She pours the tea and she sits down next to you and she goes, I wish I could tell you more. I barely remember anything about it, is the truth. I was gone for 9 days. I have some vague memories of being carried and vaguely happy memories, but just now when you were talking about what you saw, I remembered something grasping me and being pricked and bleeding from something. But I have no scars. But
so you don't remember if that's when you were taken or while you were there either.
I don't remember. The things I do remember are almost as if they were like half remembered dreams. Dreams like when you wake up and it's something you dreamt seems so important, but then just a minute later you've forgotten it. That's how almost everything is. I paint because I try to remember the things, but half the time I don't know if it's things that I remember or if they're just things that I wish I remembered. But I know it's real, and I know it really happened because I can do things. I can do things, and I can see things that other people, except for you, don't see. And when I came back, I was a proper little girl when I left, and when I came back, I was not proper at all, and I was sent away for it. I was sent away for being hysterical. And I was away for a very long time until, well, someone else saw but I had what all of you saw, and I was released.
Riley is going to turn and look at you, and the fact that you came back safe, and the fact that you came back, that your parents didn't just elate in the fact that you came back safe, honestly is more heartening to me. The fact that I may still find my boy. And he'll take out his locket and he'll open it and show you the photo that is in there is of Riley and his wife and their son. I have names. Lost in my pages of notes.
Damn, pages.
There it is.
Yeah, I have actually a lot of notes for Rosalie too.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, so my boy's name is Liam.
Oh.
Where did I put my wife's name?
I was really hoping you were just going to say, where did I put my wife?
Where did I put her down? She's not where I usually put her down. Is she in the freezer?
I was literally just going to say, is she in the fridge?
Yeah.
Shoot, I thought I had it written down, but apparently I did not. I will have to go back and
because she's
that.
Irish.
Mary.
And
I did have it somewhere.
Siobhan, dude, Siobhan. That's a great Irish name.
We just got a Siobhan.
Siobhan is the
we
artist.
did. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shannon
is good.
Well, I will have to look. I believe I told Amber. Let me go back in my text with her.
Rosie
and Riley.
Yep, that one.
Rosie.
But
insert name here. We'll get it.
Yeah,
later.
I'll find it. I'll find it.
My wife, Mrs. O'Day.
Yeah,
Mrs. O'Day. Catherine, also very common Irish name.
That's another common one.
We just got a Catherine tonight.
We did talk Catherine.
That's right.
Oh my god, I wrote down Captain Danville. Catherine, I see.
Doc Void, I do love Ashlyn spelt like that.
Oh, I love Ashlyn too.
L-I-N-G.
Cirrus is a good one.
Catherine. Damn.
A-S-L-I-N-G.
I mean, there's always the classic Aoife, A-O-I-F-E.
Nope, you can't take that one. I'm using that one.
I already had a character named Aoife.
I'm using that one.
We've already got Aoifes.
That's funny, babe.
She's strong of heart and dumb of ass, Amber.
It's on my business card.
She's strong of heart and smart of ass.
Nice. Even better.
But my Aoife was strong of heart, dumb of ass.
It's a good name for strong of heart, dumb of ass characters. It's a good name. General.
Yes. But
You have a beautiful family, Riley.
Like you too.
Thank you. I'm hoping I can find him.
If anything,
I'm hoping I can find him
I'm
soon.
proof of, it's that sometimes we come back. I don't know why I came back, and I want to know that more than anything else in the world. More than I even want to live. I want to know why I was taken and why I was returned. Because I need it to make sense.
Hopefully we can find that out.
Hopefully we can find your boy first.
There's a knock at the door.
Oh, fuck. It's probably my landlord. Everybody be quiet.
Get under the table.
Yeah, we'll just be quiet and see if it goes away.
There's another knock at the door. It's a small knock. It doesn't sound like the heavy pounding of your landlord.
Oh, good. It's not him. Open it slightly and look in. Look out.
It's the little girl. The little urchin is standing there, soaked to the bone in the rain.
Oh.
She looks up at you and she says, "All right, humans that aren't cruel. Let's see if you can help me."
Oh.
She kind of like peers on either side of the door first.
Just us.
And then she walks in, but she stands like in the doorway too much for you to be able to close the door.
Fair. You'll, well, forgive the mess. I'm a messy person and an artist. But would you like some tea? It's warm.
She shakes her head.
Okay. Would you like something
She's not
to dry?
shivering at all.
Okay. I was going to ask if would you like something to dry yourself off?
Like being wet.
Fair. Fighting the urge to make a Ben Shapiro joke. No.
Sarah!
Child!
No. I was thinking she's going to hate Ben Shapiro then, but that's all. There you go. I got it
That's
out.
worse.
I don't get that joke.
You don't get that joke? I'll explain later.
God.
Okay.
Canada Dry.
Yeah.
Squirt. Canada Dry. That meme is so funny.
Explain it to me after stream.
I'll explain it to you later.
Thank you.
Says,
what can we help you with?
it's a really bad human on the docks, and he makes me and my sister and other kids work for him. And we can't get away because he has something.
What is it that he has?
My skin.
The Selkie. Okay.
I don't know what a silky
And I can
is.
never go home without it.
What is this man's name?
I have it.
Oh no.
His name is Brent. Brent McFarlane.
Oh, he sounds like an asshole.
Makes us pickpocket and mudlark.
And what can we call you?
You can call me Aoife.
Really? I called it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's not my real name, but it's what you can call me.
Fair.
It's a good name.
A strong of heart name.
Yeah. How many skins does he have?
I think he's got 3 of ours, mine and my sister's, and another boy's. And there are some other children, but they're humans.
And he is just a normal man?
Human.
Well, if he could see you, then he's got a little more than the normal edge to him.
Don't know how we can, but some fishermen caught us and the little boy at different times, and they sold us to him.
Motherfuckers.
And I just really miss my mum.
We'll get you back to her.
Let's go get him right now.
He's real big, he's real strong, and he has a lot of other cruel humans who watch his place and keep us in line. Like,
what time is it right now?
1 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning.
Like 2 o'clock in the morning, yeah.
Perfect time to kill him.
When does he go to sleep usually? Do you know?
He sleeps at night, but I don't think he sleeps where he keeps us.
Okay. Do you know where he keeps your skin? Okay.
No, I look for it whenever I can steal a few minutes. I've looked all over the warehouse and all the crates and under the floorboards, and I even got up on the roof once and I can't find it.
How much did he pay for you and the others?
I don't know. I didn't even know that we were sold at first. I didn't know until I'd been working and stealing for a while and watching humans and figured out that they like money. They trade it for things and sometimes for people. We don't have money. It's a dark, nasty thing.
It is. Where does he keep you?
Sister's not as strong as me, and maybe you're bad humans too. Maybe you kill us all, but if I don't try, she's not going to make it. And there won't be any home to go back to if I can't go back to it with my sister.
I'll help you, Aoife.
Yeah, I'll show you anything that can help. And I think we will leave it there for tonight. This entanglement, this threat is turning into a minor mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a child's plea for help.
Oh.
Kill that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, we're like ready to murk this man.
Just another body. I mean, never mind.
This is always an option.
Rosalie doesn't know anything about hiding bodies.
Nothing.
I can make things disappear, maybe.
Yes.
I did find where I put my my wife's name. I had notes in my phone that I was doing while I was at breakfast one day. I was just like putting down notes for my characters and shit. And Doc Void almost nailed it on the head with Ashlyn. It's that without the G.
Ashlyn. Nice.
Nice.
You know,
like
I
that
think
name.
you actually told me that too. And I forgot.
Damn, I'll have to tell him he's psychic next time I see him.
That was awesome.
I was like, I know I put it somewhere, and I remembered I had it notes in my phone. Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to be back.
Yeah,
Aw,
girl.
we're glad to
I
have
have
you.
to like try to
Sarah.
time things, like, because like the actual this is a threat that's turning into a mini mystery of its own. But the actual next mystery like is important for you, so I gotta like time it so you'll be here at the moments to get that bonus out of it.
May 31st is when I will be away. So
okay, May 31st. It's got a lot. Worst case, if we're not in a place to play, like we can do a one shot or something while you're away, because there's a lot in the next mystery that I don't want you to miss. Yeah, you
Pretty
and
cool.
Rosalie have a lot in the next one.
Oh boy.
art bitches and disaster bisexuals, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is
You're
what
like,
happens.
she kissed my hand. Oh no, tall dark lady.
Stinking Lady Dimitrescu. And then Jen puts the thing in it on
Lady
his wrist.
Dimitrescu,
Yeah, Dimitrescu, yes.
Lady Danville begins with the deed.
Um,
Sarah's just in there like, you are not helping make her not Lady.
Yeah. The more
And
Amber talked, I'm
Rosie's
like,
like,
this is
"I'm
not
going."
helping.
I was like, before you said it, I was just going to repost that picture.
Hilarious.
So
Amazing.
good.
But yeah.
It's good to be back, folks.
Yeah, that was awesome, Amber. Thank you.
Yeah. I am hoping that I can at least finish this mystery before I may or may not be unavailable.
No, Ken.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
'cause of
still have
work.
training, right? Like this mystery will probably be done by this.
Yes.
It's a quasi mystery. It's not as long as a regular
Yeah.
mystery. So you'll probably finish it next session, honestly. Especially
So, like,
because it's fairly direct. There's not a lot of investigating to do. It's like, oh, fucking rescue the kids, beat the shit out of this guy, probably.
Yeah.
The approach can vary. There's lots of stuff, but like she knows who's holding her captive and where. So
Yeah, like I'm going through it now. Like I am hopefully like I'm starting a new job. I am getting in with that new job. I will be unfortunately perpetually working third or second shift.
both suck.
They
So-
really do.
When does third shift start?
Third shift starts after midnight. So like I would
Oh, if you were
still
on
be
third,
able
you
to
could
play.
still play. Yeah, you just be playing
Yeah.
before work.
But by training that's coming up, it has 2 shifts as well. It has a first and second shift, and I'm really hoping I get first shift for my
First would
training
be good, yeah.
because that's at least 5 weeks, which will probably take me to the into the middle of June, I believe.
Yeah, like mid-June. Yeah, so you'd have like 2 or 3 more sessions with us.
Yeah. So I'm hoping I can continue, and like if I get third shift, like I will be able to continue. And then if not, then like
Play it by ear. We can always investigate.
Yeah,
options
man.
too.
No worries.
You can always
Yeah.
also try and request, depending.
I
And honestly, there'll
knowing
probably
where
be
you're
people who like
going.
want to give you third shift because not a lot of people want to do it. So
yeah, I know I can't officially request a shift for like 6 months after I officially started. So
Okay.
I also don't know if he'll want to do third shift. That
yeah,
sounds
I mean that's up to you.
awful.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, all in all, want to shoot for first.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I am contractually obligated to work any shift they want me to.
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
Fuck.
But
So-
anyway, we will
we'll figure something
finagle
out.
this as it comes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
We'll make it
absolutely
work.
will.
We always do.
We always have. So
Some fucking how.
yeah, what do we got to say before we leave?
Well, we have the usual ending spiel. Thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode of DMs After Dark. If you enjoyed it, you can give us a little follow. You'll be notified whenever we go live, which is every other Friday at 7 p.m.-ish EST, give or take a few minutes, because that's how we typically roll. If you missed part of this episode and you want to check it out, the full VOD will be going up on our YouTube channel on Monday. It's just DMs After Dark. We're on
Monday the latest.
all-
I have been doing them on Sunday now, just
Yep.
because that helps me not forget.
there Monday or Sunday. Just,
For the
just
early bird.
stalk us.
Yeah.
We're on all the social medias at DMs After Dark, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, which I know I need to get back on and just start posting memes again. I'm sorry. We're on all of them. You can also email us at dmsafterdark@gmail.com. The request this week is email us your cats.
And
Yes.
we are now contractually obligated to make a cat montage, or just at least post the pictures
A
of
cat
DM cats
collage.
that we get. Cat collage. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
once we accumulate
Your
enough
hard
photos.
out critical role. We post a mid-session just people's cats.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let us
DM
know.
cats.
Yes.
Yeah, once we get enough cats, we will be sharing your cats on Facebook with your permission.
Yeah.
Please tell us their names as well, because
Yeah.
that's
Tell us
even
their
more
names and what
important.
you actually call them.
Yeah.
Yes.
For
Tell us
example,
all the names that you have for your cats.
my cat's name is Winnie. What have I mostly called her lately? Bagel.
Yep. Burger's name is actually Sadie.
Yeah. So just send us your cats. You can also email us questions, comments, thoughts, ideas, conspiracy theories about our stuff. We do love to see it. You can visit our Redbubble if you want to buy any of our merch, which we have Detective 20 up. We also have the lovely pieces by Katrin Durham of all of our RuneQuest characters, which we split the profits with her on that because she's a baller.
Really quickly, it's going to be a really cool month for Rainy Plays Games.
Yes.
If you haven't caught up, like his finale is coming out this month for Iron Sword. And also he's having an episode featuring, I think, Sarah this month. Yeah.
Yeah, we're recording pretty soon, and then that's gonna be later this month. Yes, if you want to listen to me talk to, I don't know if he's announced what the episode is, so I'll give a little sneak peek. We are talking about burnout and mental health breaks because I am just coming back from one of those.
Get your breaks.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be talking about that on Rainy's podcast. You can find him at Rainy Plays Games on a bunch of the social media. I think we've cross advertised with him a bunch because he's not here, but he's part of the crew. So
everything gets dropped on Tuesdays, and which honestly, it's part of what we do. So yeah,
we have a network now.
Yes,
yes.
The DMs network.
Speaking of finding us and Rainy, we are on all of the podcast apps worth their salt: Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. Is that still a thing? I don't remember.
I don't think we're on.
No,
I don't know. We're on like everywhere. So like wherever you usually listen to your podcast, you can find us. That has all
free.
Yeah, we're free. We have all the audio versions of this as well as other little podcast spin-offs that just happen randomly sometimes.
Beware of the Fae. Don't take anything for free. Give us your cats in exchange.
Yeah, give us your cats. You can choose to subscribe to us on Twitch for $4.99 a month. If you have Amazon Prime, you can give us Jeff Bezos' $4.99 a month.
Yeah, give us someone else's money.
It turns out that hosting a podcast on like a bunch of different platforms is like a couple $100 a year. So it goes back into the podcast, helping us keep this chaotic ship afloat. And before I just start rambling about random shit because I'm really fucking tired, thank you everyone so much for listening. Have a good night. And until next time, don't let ghost girls that may or may not be seals pick your pocket.
Bullshit. Ghost girls can do whatever they want to me.
Watch your skins.
Yes.
Watch your pockets, watch your skins.
Watch your foreskins. All right.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
All good advice.
All good advice. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Oh shit.
Good night,
Plastic
Bye.
I'm only sorry for Christian.
As usual. Good night.